Hello, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast, episode 18. Give us about 5 minutes or so. Let people waltz right in here and get settled in and whatnot. Give us about 5 minutes and then we will kick off the podcast. Alrighty. But yeah, just have fun. Honestly, be real. Don't feel like you have to be anything. Be laid back.
Unless it can be Batman, then always be Batman.
And always be Batman. Fucking, he got that fucking pyramid in my chat. What's up? What's up, Harry? What's up, Gary Faceman? What's up, Bernstein?
Adelheid Bernstein.
Adelheid Bernstein. My apologies. What's up? How are you guys doing? Enjoy some jazzy tunes. Yeah, no, I think the whiskey I'm sipping on now is a lot classier than the 2 liters of Diet Coke I would chug on the podcast. That's the only reason I'm drinking it.
Is it wild turkey?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Thank you for the host, Rilomi.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on here.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's see.
Sorry if I'm quiet. I take a little bit to warm up to people.
No, it's cool. It is all good.
I'm right there with you.
I'm like meek and mild until you get to know me, and then I'm like, whoa. I almost think Jesse's a little nervous.
Am. Gonna be absolutely honest with you. That's probably not a good thing for a host to say, but I remember the last time I did this, like I was telling you earlier, it was like last time I did this, I was outnumbered. You had me worried for— I'm sorry, Reaper. I'm sorry, Reaper. We had to get everybody situated and whatnot. Relax, Reaper. It'll be alright. Even though he can't see my hand gestures or anything saying it's alright. It's alright. Listen to the sound of my voice. Oh, guys, one more thing. You guys are mod in the channel, and you have the right to ban anybody on site, shoot to kill if you want to. What's going on, Vortex? How you doing?
I have no idea what that sentence is supposed to mean, but okay.
Yeah, just you're late. Whatever, Vash.
Oh,
Ban any—
damn it, that's
Fucking hit me. Well. Is that the wrong time for Gemini Love? Or the right time? But yeah. So, oh yes. Let's see. Well, we got about 1 more minute or so. So please hang tight.
I'm gonna take a selfie, don't look at me.
Are you really taking a selfie right now?
So I can post it to Twitch. Shh.
Yeah, I took a selfie earlier.
I took a couple.
Apparently I need to take a selfie.
But
Okay,
first-
I'm not gonna lie, I've done it once, okay?
Once?
Especially on Twitch, where everybody, my chat's like, take a selfie with us! And I'm sitting there, I'm like taking a selfie with the chat behind it, I was like, god damn it.
Oh, I have like over 5,000 selfies on my phone.
My god.
I have no idea how many I do. I don't usually take selfies, but yeah.
I'm a selfie pro.
I'm not judging. I just don't get it, personally.
I just find it awkward.
What was it? I used to work at AT&T, and they made a camera. They made a phone where one of the selling features of the phone was that you have a button on the back, so you can do a selfie easier. I was like, really?
That's so nice.
Well, they've got the selfie sticks, so you might as well just get those.
Yeah.
You know, my sister-in-law got a selfie stick for Christmas as a joke, and that thing is so amazing, to be honest.
Oh, what's going on, Buzel Master, and what's up, Stargaze Reddit? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Talk Podcast, episode 18. My name is Jesse. I am your host for this evening, and every Tuesday evening, in case you didn't figure that out. So, guys, just so you know, the Real Talk Podcast, basically the breakdown is that each of us have our own topics. None of us know each other's topics, and basically, my green screen is breaking. Ignore that real quick. But other than that, each of us has topics, and none of us knows each other's topics. And basically, it's anything dealing with social, networking or social interactions on Twitch, or just the internet itself. Just the way we interact with each other. Today we have a special cast with Miss Sapphire White, Miss Verlomi, and Miss Tunirzam, which I'm not going to butcher too much, I swear. Also, respectively, I'm going to be calling them by their real names because I like to keep it real personally. So, Miss Michelle, Miss Stephanie, and Miss Eryn. So, guys, this is going to be a fun podcast, all-female podcast. I am outnumbered. Help me. But other than that, guys, I'm going to swap over to Miss, Miss Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. I'm going to go with Sapphire first. Miss Sapphire, guys, if you follow Sapphire White in chat, if you could drop her some love, and Sapphire, if you could tell us what your channel's about, what you've been up to, what do you plan on doing, and who the hell are you?
Well, I am a person that sucks at video games. Real talk.
We know.
I have been doing a blind run of A Link to the Past for like 3 months now, so there's that. And I recently started doing Wings of Vi as a blind run, or Wings of V. Wings of V, I guess it's pronounced. And I just found out that I can stream Project 64, so I just started Ocarina of Time, which is my very favorite game, and I recently got donated a couple games that I should be streaming pretty soon, but I stream from a really bad laptop, so I'm kind of limited what I can stream, but yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Word. Alright, and then moving on, we're going to, let's see, Miss Eryn, what have you been up to, what have you been doing, what do you plan on doing, and what is your channel all about? And guys, once again, if you follow Eryn in chat, if you could drop her some love.
Well, I just finished the Legend of Zelda Timeline chronological playthrough, so I've done most of the Zelda games in a matter of about 3 months. Other than that, I'm a variety caster. I play a lot of different things. Mainly, I've kind of found my love in playing series games and really just exploring the lore and the stories of games. I love delving into all of that, so we talk about that on cast while we're playing through the games.
Word. Alright, and last but not least, we have Miss Stephanie. Let's see, what have you been up to, what have you been doing, what's your channel about, and, give us the breakdown. And once again, guys, if you follow her, drop the loves.
Okay, so my name's Stephanie Bishop, and I've been streaming on Twitch since February of 2012. I'm a variety streamer, and I try to keep a very interactive community. I've recently been playing through the Resident Evil series. I'm just about finished with them, and then I'm probably going to be playing through the Silent Hill series. I started out playing a lot of heavy RPG games, played all the way through all of the Final Fantasy games, and that's basically it.
Word. Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to kick us off with our first topic today. Also, shiny new low overlay, which I worked on all day today because I'm so OCD. Let's see. How do I start this? Also, just so you know, let me tell you guys a story. It's story time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies. Whoops. There's Let's see. 2 weeks ago, Mr. Pew Gemini Live, Harry, aka Eryn's boyfriend, was on the podcast, and we were having a chat before the podcast, and we were talking about all the stuff you have to go through as a female broadcaster. And this is what kind of brought this together. I was like, you know what, maybe I should do this one more time. I did this, like, as my 4th episode one time, and it was absolutely terrifying. Let me be honest with you. Some of the things the females put me through, absolutely terrifying. But I thought it was a really fun and like very entertaining podcast regardless, and very, I don't know, informative, I suppose. On top of that, let's see. So, let's see. How do I say? I also asked Verlomi, also known as Stephanie, to be on the podcast, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I stepped into her channel, I felt like a prick, because, like, at first, and I mind you, I messaged her, and I told her I felt like a prick. I could have gotten away with it, and been like, you know, hey, I don't feel like a prick or anything, but I felt like a prick, because, like, she was, like, wearing a low-cut shirt or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, she's just doing that for money or whatever? No, and then, here's what got me really good, though, because you went on this insane rant that I really enjoyed. You're like, god damn it, I'm, you know, here enjoying what I do, and I want to be comfortable, and I felt like a prick. I told her, I was like, I'm so sorry. Could you be on my podcast so we can clarify this? And also, I'd like to, you know, help promote everybody's channel. So, guys, without further ado, basically, long story short, if you guys could tell me and enlighten me, the reason why this podcast is basically some of the turmoils or trials you've had as female broadcasters that you don't think male broadcasters would have. If anybody would like to enlighten me or take this one, it's entirely... Who wants to kick us off?
Well, obviously the first thing that I'm sure male broadcasters don't get is, like, females coming in like, hey, turn your camera down, put your camera down a little bit more south.
Actually, but I've had plenty of people tell me to take my shirt off, for the record.
Well, yeah, that's true, I guess.
And that I have a solid A cup, okay? Just saying.
I get that a lot.
I just get people straight coming in being like, boobs. They don't type anything else, they just say boobs. That's why I've had to, like, just add every form of boobs to my banned list, so they just get automatically timed out.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot more harassment, though, that girls do get. I mean, there are different kinds of harassment. Obviously, guys do get harassed in a certain way, but it's more... Women are more sexually harassed on Twitch, I feel. Whereas men, if they are sexually harassed, it's more of a joke and like, oh, you know, take your shirt off and things like that. You know, it's a guy talking to another guy, joking around.
Yeah. Most of the time, at least.
Most of the time, yeah.
I was about to say, I don't know, there's points where I've been uncomfortable at one point. Thank God Twitch, like, upped the TOS to where I can't take my shirt off anymore. Then again, I never should have been taking my shirt off and whoring out like that, ever. So, that could have been my fault. But yeah, no, like, long story short is that one time I got raided by like 1,500 people. I might have lost my mind. I might have taken off my shirt in front of 1,500 people, and that might have been what they were expecting from there on out. So, that could have been my fault. But, you know, regardless, I will say I am probably one of the few males on Twitch who's been somewhat sexually harassed a little bit. I mean, it sounds horrible coming from a guy, but it, you know, it legitimately became a problem at a certain point. Believe it or not. I know. You guys are like, look at this guy. He's wearing pink, wearing a Dougie tie. What a pansy. But anyways, no, that's the absolute truth.
I mean, I'm sure guys get harassed in different ways, but
definitely,
yeah.
I will say, like, so you've banned every single form of Tata's boobs, and I probably shouldn't say all of them, but
the only thing you can say breast, because someone could come in talking about how they ate chicken breast. You know.
Fair enough. like, have you had to take any extra precautions, Eryn, to, like, you know, prevent anything like that or anything like that?
Well, if you've been in my cast and if you've heard my massive rants, me personally, I'm very comfortable in a t-shirt, and that's what I want my community to be. I want it to be people being comfortable with themselves and being more focused on the game. I mean, granted, there are more people. Stephanie, I'm sure you're more comfortable in a low cut shirt, and that's just fine. But, you know, I think it's just what you're comfortable with is what's going to be acceptable, and you are going to have to take precautions, you know, where you set the limit. And I've set mine as I'm always going to wear t-shirts, and so I'm just going to completely avoid the topic.
Word. What about you, Sapphire?
Sorry.
Ooh, feel free to take
I
this.
look horrible in shirts that like are unisex just because of the size of my boobs. If it has any form of lettering on it, it just gets stretched beyond all recognition. Either that or I look like I'm wearing a bag.
You don't want to look like you're wearing a bag?
I would rather not.
I mean, no, I understand. Like I said, when I heard that rant, it was like, you know, you're on here and you're relaxing, you're having fun, and, you know, and it's, you want to wear something that's comfortable for you. Me, I like wearing ties personally, but, you know, I don't know why I like choking myself a little bit. I'm into... But, Sapphire, what about you?
I just wear whatever. I feel comfortable wearing low-cut shirts, but, I mean, on stream I try to avoid it, you know, like Eryn said, because, like, if I would just rather avoid the topic altogether, but, like, I don't know, I would wear whatever. I just would rather avoid avoid it altogether. I can't talk today. I don't know why.
Like, avoid it altogether, like, if somebody brings it up, or...
Well, if somebody brings it up, I usually just ignore it. If they're like, "Oh, like you're a woman," I'm just like, "Oh my god, you guys, I'm a woman. I totally I didn't know this." You know, like.
Thank
and they're
you,
like,
Captain Obvious.
"Oh my god, you're a woman," and I'm like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me? I didn't know this."
I do that sometimes too.
It's so weird. It's like they have to point it out to me, my own anatomy. It's like, "Oh, I didn't oh, you think I would know this about myself?" But you know, you learn something every day.
Look, honestly, I had no idea. I thank you for informing me.
Well, sorry. I don't know. I'm a woman, Jesse. P.S.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Mind blown.
I know, right? But, so, how do I say? Like, so, let's see. There was one other thing I feel like I wanted to cover on real quick. Do you feel like Twitch should do anything more, since there is a lot of harassment on Twitch towards women? Do you think Twitch, like staff or anything else, should do a little bit more to be able to like fix this problem, or do you think there is like a long-term solution to the like problem that y'all can think of? Or I mean, this seems kind of like a ballpark question here, but I just feel like it's been such an ongoing problem, and I see it in channels I'm a moderator in. I have given zero fucks and have banned people straight out because I think it's just absolutely retarded that people still treat like that. You know, like you don't do that in real life. You don't go there boobs in real life and not get punched in the face, like, or
yeah.
You know. So, do you think there is should there be a long-term goal to be able to fix this problem? And how do you think they should go about fixing it?
I'm not sure they really can fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Twitch as a whole, like, I mean, it's online. People have that wall between the computer and the caster, so obviously they're going to say whatever they want to say. They realize that, they think they have no repercussions, nothing's going to happen to them. If they went up to someone in real life and said boobs, you know, they're going to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get hurt on the internet. And I think the other thing is gaming, whether we like it or not, is a male-dominated thing. Like, there's no arguing about it. I mean, there are more and more women coming into gaming, and it's fantastic, but it is predominantly male, and so that's what guys are going to think. They're going to come on, they're going to think boobs, and that's going to be the first thing they type. Granted, not all men, but there will be the occasional troll, and I just don't think there's any way of stopping that or preventing that.
It's about to get a lot worse, too, with school getting out.
Yeah.
Kids.
There's a definite increase in trolls in my channel after school lets out.
Yeah, I could see that.
Stay up later. I'm like a late night streamer anyways.
Yeah, no, the same thing happens with my channel in the summer is that I get a bunch of trolly ass fucks that I don't want to deal with. Mind you, it might not be sexual harassment anymore, but like, you know, it's like, yeah. But let's see. I believe that is everything as far as my topic for now. I'll let somebody else take the realm wheel or whatever we call this. If Sapphire, you want to kick us off with your topic for tonight?
Okay, so my topic, because I kind of knew that we were going to talk about, you know, the female streamers. So my topic is, how do you feel about gamers who dress up or do cosplay or have like alter personalities while streaming? Do you think that it adds a cool effect or that it takes away from the gameplay? How do you feel?
Start and go?
Who wants to take this one? I'm scared to.
I'm sure we'll all have something to say on it at some point.
Personally, I don't know. I'm not a
depends
big
on
fan of cosplay, period. And so, like, it's cool and all, but it's like, I just want to see you play games, and then they're just showing off their outfit, and I don't know.
But what if it's not all about
not
showing
big on
off
it.
the outfit? And what if I was to, like, tie in the game?
Tie in the game, too? I mean,
I've done cosplays.
that's fine, I guess.
The video game I've been playing. Like, when I played through The Lost Odyssey, I did Sarah cosplay, which is actually a character in the game, and it's not like I was getting up showing like the whole thing every 5 seconds, so
Yeah.
I'm cosplaying a business person. Shut up, J-Lud. Oh. No, but like I don't know. Personally, I'm not big on cosplays at all. So I could be the wrong person to ask. I think it's like a waste of time and money for somebody to cosplay. Sure, it's cool and all, but it's like you wear it for like one occasion and then it's like, eh. So, logically speaking, like, I'm probably not the best person to answer this, but, what about you, Eryn? How do you feel about this?
I'm actually...
And be absolutely honest.
there are definitely mixed feelings there. I mean, obviously, if you're cosplaying, like, to be with the game, I find that perfectly okay. I mean, if you look at my Patreon, I even have a goal where if we reach a goal, I'm going to start doing cosplays once a month, and I hope to do it in the theme of the game. But I think there are certain cosplays that kind of go a little overboard. If all you're wearing is a bra and panties, or, you know, like a loincloth, or, you know, something to be like that MOBA game with the gods and the goddesses. I can't even remember what it's called. Smite, that one. If you're going to just cosplay to show off what you have, I don't think that's right, and I don't think it belongs on Twitch. I do think it kind of does take away from the game a little bit.
Word. So basically, everybody's like on the general consensus. Hey, if it goes with my game, because Twitch is all about games and all that, and I mean, wouldn't anybody argue that, hey, Twitch like is now allowing creative sections, and, you know, cosplay could be considered creative, and wouldn't that be all right on Twitch, or does that cross the line?
I've seen some female streamers just use cosplay as an excuse to like wear really low cut things, really like skimpy outfits and whatnot. And it's like that ends up just going over the line. They're not doing it for the spirit of cosplaying. They're doing it just so they can like show more skin.
I think I think you do have to kind of keep within the TOS as
Yeah.
well and the rules of conduct. I mean, obviously there is something that someone could wear that would step over that line. There is a certain line there, and I do think at the end of the day, Twitch is about gaming. It's not about the most fanciest cosplay you can put on or anything like that.
Word.
I haven't wore the Tifa cosplay on stream. I wore that at MagFest.
What about you, Sapphire? How do you feel about like cosplay? Like as far as like create, like would it be too much if they were to, do it just for the cosplay?
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking of, like, Eryn said, doing a cosplay once a month, but make it like game related. Like if I was playing Zelda, I would cosplay as like Zelda or somebody from the game. And then also when I was streaming Wings of Vi, I kind of created this weird alter personality of like some British, very vulgar British woman. I don't know. It was like a wore a wig and everything. And I thought it was kind of fun. And so that kind of is what inspired my topic, because like, I don't know if you guys think that it's distracting. Like I had a lot of fun and people thought it was funny, but I don't know, people would be like, oh my god, like what is she doing? I'm here for the game,
Yeah.
So I do think Twitch is about gaming, but it's also about entertaining. We are entertainers at the end of the day, and we have to hold on to our community and be entertaining. If you're not entertaining, then nobody's gonna stick around and watch. I think also, kind of along with personas, a huge one on Twitch is Casey Tron. And she is a persona. She has created this character. Granted, it is a lot like herself, like she said, but there is this character that she's kind of fleshed out and made on Twitch, and everyone kind of knows that she is kind of a troll character, and that's what she's doing. And I think if your stream is geared towards that, if that's what you've made your stream to be, then go on and go for it. If it's like an entertaining thing, we're going to do this for the game, then go on and go for it. But if it's distracting and if it's taking away from the game and from what we're here to do, on Twitch, then I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I've never heard of Casey Tron, but it was only for that one stream, and I was like, well, maybe every time I play this game, I'll be this persona, just because that's where it started, and it was fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't see a problem with that at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought, I feel like everybody thought Casey Tron was that type of person. Then the more you got to watch her and lurk during her stream, you realize like how half the trolly shit she does, the little just to play off of the people. And whatchamacallit, I heard of one gag she pulled where she like had the desktop and it like had naked pics on there. Do you think there's a limit, like, to that gag or anything like that she's messing with? Or I don't know. I personally haven't watched her too much, but I've heard about like how she had a folder that said naked pics on there just to mess with people on stream or something like that. Like,
I don't know. I haven't seen her stream, but
I mean that's why I'm asking. Like, I'm just genuinely curious, because if you do, any of you watch Casey Tron or anything on a regular basis or anything?
No.
I haven't watched her on a regular basis. I've seen her a couple of times though. She has been around for quite some time. She has maintained her channel as this Casey Tron character persona that she's created, and I think she is careful not to completely overstep the line. She knows the TOS, she knows the rules of conduct, and she's quite intelligent. If you've actually seen her talk on podcasts, she knows a lot, and she knows what she's doing, and she knows the consequences of her actions. And so I have respect for her for that. It's not a stream that I would want to conduct. But she has managed to put forth a persona and continue to keep it on.
Work. All right. So moving on from our topics, let's see, Eryn, would you like to kick us off with your topic tonight? If you have one.
If you could skip me, I'll go last.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Stephanie, your turn.
I guess mine is just how, I don't know, there's this idea in general on Twitch right now of what women should wear in general. And I mean, like, basically, I feel like it comes down to whatever anyone's comfortable with. I think we kind of went over this anyways, but it's like, then you have people coming in, they're like, you need to cover up your boobs. And I'm like, I am not even showing that much cleavage. Seriously. And when I was ranting in my channel, it was not just at you. It was just because of the whole ultra thing and just the whole thing going around Twitch in general about, oh my god, Twitch terms of service and whatnot. There's nothing in the Twitch terms of service that says you have to cover up everything and show like no cleavage at all. I mean, whatever. I can't really help the fact that I have really big boobs. That's just kind of how I was born. Can't really do anything about it. Even if I wore a shirt that went up to here, people would still come in and be like, oh my god, boobs, and people would still accuse me of showing cleavage or just showing my boobs on stream for donations, and I just do it because that is what I'm comfortable streaming in, not anything else. It's what makes me feel good about myself. I don't do it for any other reason than that.
Yeah, and I've already admitted to being a prick and feeling that way, and like thinking that way right out the bat. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
I'm here. I haven't killed you yet, so.
Okay, I appreciate that.
But in real life, you better watch your fucking back, Jesse.
Shit. Anyways, no, but you know, in all seriousness, is like there. In my defense, there have been women I have seen who literally like they reach a donation goal and then they do like Zumba dance party or some shit like that, and I've had that common misconception, unfortunately, and you know, like you said, is be comfortable with what you're wearing. But at the same time, like, you know, I don't like it when people do it blatantly and obviously for money. And like I said, I've seen a streamer do such a thing, and I thought it was just absolutely just kind of like just I don't know. It's kind of weird because part of me wants to say they're smart for doing this because there's a large male demographic on Twitch that would fall for that. Obviously, that's why they're partnering and why they're making so much money, unfortunately. And then part of me is just like appalled at the same time, like, you know, like because part of me acknowledges that Twitch is a business, and unfortunately, as they say in businesses, sex sells, and which is why they do that, and why they get away with that, and you know why people approve of that. And you know, honestly, you know, everybody says, "Oh my God, all these women are doing these things," but the men are allowing it. You know,
they are.
so
I mean, it's just as much the viewers' fault. If they weren't liking it, they wouldn't watch.
Exactly.
Well,
So,
and I think it's important to realize that even, I mean, I wear t-shirts on stream. That's all I wear, and I can even get comments like, "Oh, show your boobs, show your tits." It's not just women who show their cleavage.
Yeah,
it is everyone.
If you're a girl, you get boob comments.
Yeah. It's just, it comes with the territory, you know? People
Yeah,
are
I mean,
watching
you're
you
putting
on
yourself
stream.
out.
And like on the internet in general, because, you know, all these people can hide behind their keyboards and their monitors and be like, oh, I can say whatever the hell I want because, you know, they don't know who I am.
all right,
can't-
this is
I,
ideal, but fuck you, everybody hiding behind your keyboards. Like,
I mean, sometimes I feel like people, just the viewers on Twitch, forget that we're actual people. They just view us as pixels on a screen.
yeah.
And they just like think they can say whatever they want and try to hurt us, and yeah.
Well, it's that block. You are sitting behind a computer and you're looking at a flat image, and you know you really don't care for that other person.
Right.
And I think that's to kind of diverge a little bit, but also stay on the topic, I think that's why like cyberbullying is so big, is because you are behind a screen and those consequences aren't there. You don't have someone behind your back saying you can't say that, or have someone threatening you, I'm gonna punch you in the face if you say that again, or things like that. They don't have that. Instead they just sit there and troll and continue, and there's just no consequences for them.
Yeah. I will say, like, that's kind of half the reason why this podcast exists, is because I've had more real friends on Twitch than I've had in my local life, which is what they call, most people call the real life. I've said this plenty of times before, but, like, people don't acknowledge that there's a real human being behind the stream, and that they're really interacting with somebody, and it's kind of, oh god, that wall of text. Let's see what Mr. Harry said. It's a hormonal issue. A lot of men cannot help. I don't condone abusive comments towards streamers. That's just silly. But having boobs will lead to a higher view count, and that for a simple reason that most of Twitch is 14 to 17-year-olds who may have a child lock on their computer and looking for a big pair of bazookas on Twitch. Only way to get off. How does anybody feel about this?
I say that is not my problem. I'm not responsible for that, because my chat is mature and you're supposed to be 18 or older in order to be.
Yep. Mine too.
Yeah.
So if they are, they can just get. I'm trying not to cuss, so they can just get out.
Oh, I don't give a fuck if you cuss. Fuck. No, seriously, feel free to curse as much as you want. But let's...
I do have to say that one of the problems with the maturity filter is it does only pop up once. And once they click start watching on one channel, any other channel that has a maturity filter on it will not show up. Because I have a maturity filter on mine as well. And I just don't think some people realize. And then, I have to deal with, well, you are underage, and so you need to get out of my channel. And
technically, in the terms of service, it says they can be there if they have adult supervision. But how are you supposed to know if they actually have an adult there?
Well, that's why I kind of went to, I might as well just ban you if you're underage, because it's just like way too complicated to be like, okay, well, you need to send me a note from your parents saying it's okay.
Right. I think that's a good idea.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's where I've actually gotten to the put that in my rules, and I've just eliminated any confusion, because I think that's stupid that it's caught in the I guess it's saved in the cache, and so it won't pop up again or something stupid like that. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is with that 18 and older stream, but I hate dealing with kids myself. Even I don't know, I feel like if they even admit they're under 18. I give them 2 tries, and if they admit they're under 18 twice, even jokingly, I'm not dealing with it personally.
I've lost my mod ship over joking that I was 12.
I might have taken away your mod ship.
You did. It's okay. It was a temporary one, anyways, and I fucked up. So.
I think another thing is another thing in the terms of service is kids under 13 are not allowed on Twitch. And so anyone that does admit that they are under that, especially for me and Stephanie, because we are partnered and we are liable, if people admit that they are under 13, we have to get rid of them. We could get in a lot of trouble because we are partnered. You guys might not get in as much trouble, but it's still there. You do have to be 13 or older to use Twitch.
I'm pretty sure I've seen people who are under 13 streaming, and I'm like, how are they getting away with that?
Yeah.
That's a completely other topic.
I don't know what's there.
What's up? Oh, let's see, Riley has a wall of text going on here. Mature content is literally meaningless. Yeah, that's what I've gathered as well, is that it's pretty much meaningless, and that's why I've just thrown it in my rules. I'm like, look, I'm gonna ban you if you're an idiot about it. Just be cool about it. But so where were we? Oh, do you have a topic, or should I go on with my second topic, Eryn? It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I've got one.
It's entirely up to you.
Being a female caster, not you, Jesse, but
Come
you can
on.
answer this question too. But what would you guys offer as advice for other females that want to start streaming? And I can sort of kick it off if you'd like. I think for me personally, I mean, to anyone really who wants to start streaming, I always tell them just to go ahead and do it. I think for female streamers especially is, you know, you do have to have kind of thick skin to stream on Twitch. You will get trolls. I've gotten troll raids that are absolutely horrible, and they're there to make you cry, and they're terrible. But you do have to have a thick skin to stream, especially as a woman on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, to be real here, I mean, not to take away from your comment that it might be worse for women, but I think everybody needs a thick skin to
Well, yeah,
stream on
everyone
Twitch.
does.
Truth be told.
But I do think that women get a little more
Oh, there's no doubt. Yeah.
a little more trolled than guys might do. You know, that there might be a guy streamer who's never seen any sort of troll raid or anything terrible. But I've had pretty terrible raids come into my channel that are absolutely awful, that come in and, you know, oh, show your tits and all that stuff, and it really is terrible when they are there to try and upset you.
Yeah.
What about you, Sapphire? Any recommendations you have for female casters starting out?
Just, you know, obviously what Eryn said, have thick skin. That's, I mean, and just realize that there are going to be people that are going to come in and do that, and you just got to either ignore them or troll them back, you know, or just ban them and get rid of them. But just don't mind any attention to them. All they're trying to do is get a reaction out of you, and just keep playing. Do what you want to do. Don't let any troll stop you from doing what you want to do. You know, let's just do it.
So, I have a quick question. I know, Stephanie, do you have anything else to add real quick?
Nothing that wasn't said anyways. I mean, that just goes for anyone trying to get into streaming. Not
Yeah.
just females.
Gotcha. So, I have a quick question. Do y'all ever play along with the trolls or anything like that? Or do you
Sometimes.
not just ignore it completely, ban instantly? Like, how do you guys deal with those situations? I know me personally, I have no tolerance. I ban my trolls, but then again, I'm not getting people. Well, I have gotten people say, "Show your nips." That's a long story. But anyways. But yeah, I think actually one of the accounts I've banned was "Show your nips plus." No, it was not. Anyways, probably not on the same level as you guys. But how do you deal with the trolls? How do you recommend it?
I usually just troll back. Like I said, if they come in and they're like, "You're a woman," I'm like, "Oh my god, I didn't know that I'm a woman." You know, like. I feel like I have a quick wit. Sometimes, if I don't, I just ban them. But most of the time, I'm like, "Oh my god," and I troll them back. You know, I don't get all butthurt or anything. Or like I had some guy come in and he was like, "You're ugly," and I was just like, "Oh, thank you," and I just like kept playing. Like I took it as a compliment, so that he'd be taken back and be like, "Oh, I said that and she didn't do anything. She didn't react," and he just left.
Actually, you did react. You responded to him.
What?
You responded to him. That's react.
But you didn't
But
give
it's
him
not-
the
it's not the
response
way
you
that you
wanted.
want.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
not
I'll
the-
give you that. But
it's-
you did react to it.
Yeah, but it was
Stephanie
just like,
being all technical here.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand. Like, you didn't give them the reaction you wanted. Like, basically, people say that shit just to get a rise out of you, which is why I call Sapphire a bitch. Half the what? See?
Well,
Yes.
I don't care.
I'm kidding.
It's become a pet name at this point.
I'm sorry. I personally know Sapphire, and that's why I give.
Jesse apologizing? What? I'm just kidding. I know. It's okay.
All right. So,
But I kind of do the same thing with trolls, you know. If I can think of something, then I'll take care of it. But usually, I mean, I have my mods pretty set and down. I when I mod someone, I lay down the rules and tell them, look, this is how you need to mod the community, and if I change any rules, I let them know, and they're pretty on top of things, and they are pretty quick. Sometimes, I mean, I have gotten the occasional person who's come in and said something really stupid. The other day, I don't wear my hair up very often, but the other day I had my hair tied back because I have been trying to like use dry shampoo, and my hair just looked terribly greasy and awful. And some guy came in and called me a guy and said, "Oh, well, I didn't know you were a girl. You had a lesbo haircut." And he was banned, but as soon as he was banned, I took down my hair and I was like, I don't think so. And I think it's just a matter of not reacting the way that they want you to react. You know, they want you to get upset. They're here to make you upset, and it's a point of either getting rid of them completely or not reacting the way that they want you to.
Word. Let's see. Stephanie, have you ever played along with the trolls, or you?
Oh yeah, there was a guy just a couple weeks ago who was like, "Let me take you on vacation." I was like, we're going to Africa or bust," and he just kept changing the location, and everyone else was just like, "Let's ban this dude." None of my mods, at least, they knew I was messing with him, but he had come back for like 3 different days, and then finally he started talking about his penis and stuff, and I just got rid of him.
Sorry, I should have had wild turkey in my mouth as you were saying that. That did not end the way I expected it to. Then he just started talking about his penis. God damn it. Oh my god. So, alright.
It basically depends on how they're trolling. Yeah. There's some good trolls.
There are some.
They're entertaining. And in my opinion, they're trolling right then. But then if they're just being hurtful and negative, I just don't know exactly the right word I'm looking for, but yeah, then you just get rid of them.
I think it is fun when you have a troll that is actually creative and can be actually entertaining, and I feel like sometimes trolls can add to your entertainment as well. I mean, like, if a troll comes in and I get angry, and, you know, I'm not really angry, it's just like I'm throwing all this abuse at this troll, you know, and there are other casters that do that as well, you know, if it's a terrible troll, why not just throw abuse at them?
Yeah, I don't know why I keep PewJonad Live and the Reaper 719 around. Fucking trolls. They're not even entertaining.
KLB,
that guy too. That guy's an asshole. So my second topic for this evening is actually I know a lot of female casters who actually don't have a camera, and let's see, and they tell me it's because they feel like they get a lot of unwanted attention because they have a camera on Twitch, and they get a lot of harassment on Twitch. How do you feel, like, 'cause since all of you use cameras, do you feel like they should just do what, you know, is comfortable for them, or do you feel like they should be more empowered to be on camera, or like I'm not entirely sure what they've had to deal with or anything like that, but like they've told me they don't want to use a camera because they don't want to deal with all the extra harassment that comes with it, and you know, but at the same time they have had harassment regardless of the camera or not. So what is your guys' take on that? Like, if they feel like put down to not use a camera because of the harassment?
I feel like they should do what they feel is comfortable, and you know, if they don't want to have to deal with the harassment, then it's probably better that they don't have their camera, knowing that it's gonna happen more if they do have a camera. It's kind of just like eliminating the problem instead of, you know, having to deal with the problem. They're just completely cutting it out before well, I guess not completely, but you know, they're cutting out a lot more harassment and trolls before it even happens, so they don't even have to deal with it. And I think it's smart, you know, and if they don't want to deal with it, then they are going to do what they're going to do to not have to deal with it.
Well, if you look at chat, there's Testification, and she's a really good friend of mine, and she is a female caster that doesn't use a camera, and she's just said right there that she wants people to focus on the game. And I think, you know, there is a certain harassment that does come with a camera, but I think that they could get that as well. I don't know, because I've never really been a caster that's never used a camera. I can also understand that it can be a little uncomfortable being on camera. You know, the first time I turned on my cast and had the camera going, it was a little weird, you know, talking at the camera and having somebody look at me all the time and being like, well, my face is now on the internet, and it's a little strange. And I can understand wanting to just kind of avoid any sort of topics of people looking at them. But, I mean, saying that, there are male casters that don't use cameras as well. A fantastic example is Bananasaurus Rex doesn't use a camera at all, you know, and he's never used a camera. And I just think it comes down to personal preference at the end of the day.
Yeah, actually, one of my favorite casters, I have several casters I know, female casters. One of my favorite casters is actually Riley LOL right now, who doesn't use a camera, and you know, her cast is perfectly fine without it. And you know, it was a couple other people that I mentioned that they get a lot of harassment through the cameras, and I'm just like wondering how big of a factor that is. It's like, you know, I can't imagine the harassment you guys get in general. Obviously, being a guy and having male genitalia and only A-cup boobs, you know. But you know, regardless, is you get the point. Is that I can't imagine the things, and I can't imagine that being, you know, the reason I don't have a camera. Like, do you feel like? Well, let me put it this way. Like, do you feel like guys in any way feel like there would be any reason that a guy wouldn't have a camera on? I know this sounds kind of silly for y'all to answer, but you know, because you said Bananasaurus Rex is an excellent caster, but like, do we know, like, do you think there would be a reason of harassment or trolls, or he just doesn't want to deal with the camera, or just takes away from the gameplay, or is that ultimately why people go without a camera?
I don't know why Bananasaurus Rex goes without a camera. I do know that his name is on his Twitch channel, and he's told people, you know, if you want to see what I look like, you're more than welcome to search on Facebook or whatever. But so I can't speak for him, obviously. I don't know if I don't know if Harry might know, because he's good friends with him. But I really do think it does come down to personal preference. And you know, for me, I have a camera because I want people to be able to see my reactions to the game, not for people to come in and say I look pretty or anything like that. I want to give that reaction and that sort of entertainment. And some people don't necessarily feel that's relevant or you know, feel like it should be on the cast.
Word. All right.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot harder to actually grow as a stream without a camera, because so many people go into a stream and want that like personal interaction more than just a voice. And I like what Eryn said, to actually see a reaction to a game, especially if you're playing like a scary game. And unless you have like an amazing radio voice, I don't feel like you're gonna grow as fast as you would with a camera.
Definitely. What about you, Sapphires? What's your take on it?
Well, I feel like, you know, if you're camera shy, you don't have to use the camera. Like, I know Ashrin doesn't use the camera when he streams, and I think it's because he's shy. Obviously, I can't speak for him, but, you know, I feel like you don't have to use a camera to have it be a good stream. I feel like it adds a different effect, because you can not only hear the caster's reaction to the video game, but you can also see it in their face. But I mean, if it doesn't make your stream any less better, well, yeah, any less better not having a camera. it's all just personal preference. And if they don't feel comfortable not using a camera, then, more power to them if it's going to make it so that they still stream.
I personally don't even watch a stream if they don't have a camera because I like the personal connection with the streamer.
See, yeah, I don't know. I'm very indifferent about the whole thing. That's like, but I've heard like from some of my female caster friends, like I'm not gonna mention any names, obviously, but that they don't use a camera because they don't want the extra attention and annoyance and that comes with that, and I can see that unfortunately being a thing. So let's see, guys, we're going to move on to our second topic. So if anybody's got a second topic they want to throw out there, feel free to. If not, let me know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Michelle should go.
I thought about a second topic and I was like, this is kind of stupid, but
Most likely.
Most likely it's coming from me.
With love.
My second topic is how you go about the way of modding people. Because when I first started modding people, and I first started streaming, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I modded a bunch of people that I were, like, I had been watching Sarcasm Powered stream. I modded him, and I modded just a bunch of people that are in the shitstormers. I modded Jesse before he even followed my stream.
Yeah, so. I know. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
So there's that.
Like, I think literally my next words was, this is awkward, and then I followed, and then...
I know, I was like, oh, there's Jesse, I'm gonna mod him. And then he followed me. But, like, and then I know that there was a guy on Twitch, I think he unmodded everybody, but his stream was, he modded, like, everybody that came in, so it was like he was the only one with the power. And then there's Nellicats, who doesn't mod anybody. Like, how do you guys feel about, modding people? How do you go about it? Because for me, I basically just, like, mod people on a whim. I'm like, oh, I like you, you're my channel. I feel like you would do a good job modding. Here you go, have a sword. Play nicely.
I trust nobody.
I know.
It's really hard for me to actually mod new people. They have to be there for a long time, show that they are interactive with the rest of the community, and not really feed the trolls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Modded several people because they just abuse their power too.
Like,
Yeah.
I was about to say, I've known people who've been with the channel for a long time, and they didn't work out. So
Hi there.
it's one of those things, like, how do I say it? Like, I've modded people who've been with the channel for a long time, but if I really like them as a mod, I will talk to them outside and mod them myself, and like you'd be like, hey, look, here's your clear instructions on how we can run my channel and how I'd like to do things. If you want to help, please let me know, and then I can mod you. And if you don't want to help, I totally understand. No like, no pressure or anything. Like, the biggest thing for me is to clear up any misconceptions or anything they may have about their power. Like, oh, hey, he thinks he's gonna be cool with this. Oh, hey, he's gonna be thinking he's gonna be cool with this. That's been one of the problems I've encountered personally. I think it's easier when you take the time out of your day, because they're taking their time out of the day to mod your channel. You take the time out of your day to be able to, talk and be like, hey, this is how I like to do things, and if you could help me out, that's cool. If not, then don't just mod somebody on the fly, is one of the things I've found out. Sapphire modded her on the fly, she broke the first rule already. I was like, god damn it. Fucking says she's 12 years old on stream or on the chat. I'm like,
Hey, to be fair, I didn't know that was one of the new rules. I didn't know that you had changed your rules.
that's TOS, you idiot. I love you, but damn it.
But it's obvious I'm not 12. But
I don't know that. Holy shit, I'm being rated.
Wow.
Holy shit. Sorry.
You ratchet.
Guys, give me one moment here. My god, and I just checked out this guy's stream not too long ago. My god, thank you for the raid. If one of my moderators could drop his link in the channel, follow or die, please, Mr. Phip. Me. My god, thank you so much. Anyways, moving on. Eryn, how do you go about modding people, and how do you trust your boyfriend to mod? More importantly.
Okay, well, the first question... No, we'll touch on the second question first. No, we won't. we won't go there. I think there are two things that come into a factor for me modding someone. The first is if you're a streamer and you've been in the channel and I've seen your stream and I really like what you do, then I give you a mod sword because you're someone who I value in the stream, whether you mod or not. And I have given mod swords to other streamers, and I said, look, you're not here to mod. I'm just giving you this because you are really awesome, and I respect you. And the second way that I mod people is that they've been in the channel for a little while. They've know the rules, and they do promote the community that I continue to promote. If I have a specific rule, and they're like one of the first people to tell someone off for breaking that rule, I want them to be a mod. But saying that, I'm very hesitant about giving mods in general. I'm absolutely terrible about giving out mods, and I know that Adelheid in your chat, he's one of my mods, and he's given me so much crap for not getting other mods because he's just about the only one who's really consistent, and so I'm really hesitant about handing out the mod sword because I have given someone mod before and they've just kind of used it to troll, and they're just there to, oh, you're gonna jokingly be purged and all that stuff, and it's just not appropriate.
Yeah, I've had that with that's why some of my mods have been demodded. They just like, you do that again, you're gonna get banned, and I'm like, just time them out.
Yeah. Well, how many mods do you think you should have for a channel? Obviously, you guys have bigger channels, but like, about how many mods do you think you have around being partnered, and with the size of your chat, what do you think is an appropriate, mod to viewer ratio?
I personally don't like a mod wall. That's one of the things I strive against, even though it is kind of working that way, unfortunately. I'm trying to get away from that. Like, that, I might need to reorganize. I hate a channel that's all just mods.
It's intimidating to new viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, the problem is you can't control when people are going to come in and out of your channel, and I have had points where I've only had one mod in the channel, and then other points where everyone has suddenly decided this is the time that they want to be there, and I have a mod wall. But I just think it's got to be relative to your channel and what you think is appropriate. Obviously, because I'm handing out mod swords to streamers that I appreciate and that I think deserve that respect in my channel, I do have quite a few more mods than a stream my size might have. But I think it really is just about having that community there, and them kind of setting the example.
Let's see. In Fang Tech, I'm sorry if I butchered this name, but for modding, what pushes to you at first? A higher mod count to view ratio, or seeing someone that would be be able to. Sorry, chat's moving a little fast. To be able to cultivate. God damn it! Stop moving, chat. Cultivate your chat and community. What are you laughing about, Sapphire?
Apparently, you got a donation that said
Oh, yeah.
Camilla said Sapphire's lipstick is goat's blood.
Most likely.
So I was just proving that it's not goat's blood. It's
I wasn't gonna call you out on it.
It's actually sheep's blood, so get it right, okay?
God damn it. Anyways, anyways, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused on this question. What pushes you to at first a higher mod to, like, what pushes what exactly? I'm not understanding that. Mod wall isn't fun, but I mod people that want to do a good job. If I get there occasional, I mean, mind you, like, my only thing is I hate when people mod me, Sapphire. You know, I wasn't even following your channel. 2, I'm not a reliable mod. I will ban the shit out of everybody if I can. Like, 3, and I'll never be there because I am just working too much and I'm doing my own thing way too much. Don't count on me. That's why I hate having the mod sword. I mean, if you want to give me like an honorary status so I can ban fuckers every once in a while,
Do it.
I understand.
Yeah, go for it.
I you know, but if, you know, I'm just saying, don't count on me. I will let you down. But
I already know.
I think for some mods that, I mean, especially mods that are streamers themselves, if you are going to mod, you have to realize that the rules of that channel may be different. I mean, getting into the whole having my boyfriend as a streamer and a mod in my channel, you know, he does run his channel very different from mine, and I might let some things slide, whereas he might not, and you know, there have been arguments, heated arguments over things, and I think it is important to realize that the rules might be different, and you need to respect those boundaries.
yeah, I've actually had a mod who mods in Co-Carnage's stream. And she comes in here every once in a while when Co-Carnage isn't streaming, and she's super strict on, like, cause, like, you know, Co-Carnage is all about, like, that no cursing thing, very, like, formal, I guess, suppose. I don't know if you guys will watch the stream, but he's super formal and super, you know, polite, and, like, he's catering to all ages as well when he streams. So, when she comes into my stream and then she mods and then she wrecks almost everybody, I was like, look, we gotta back the fuck down. Like, yeah. There's some things that are gonna be allowed in my stream, and it's gonna be okay. I can handle it. It's fine. In fact, I have actually told my mods, like, where they cannot ban anybody. They can time them out, like Artaxian. I'm sure that was Michelle. You can time them out.
That was not me.
Oh, well, I'm gonna blame you. You can time them out as much as you want, and you can purge if they back talk to you. But if they directly insult you, directly insult a chat member, like, if they directly insult you, you can ban them. If they directly insult a chat member, you can time them out, and please, you know, protect other people. If you want to insult anybody, the chat can insult me. This is why it's Team Not Jesse, and I will personally ban people if I don't like them. Like, I will show them the door. I don't know. I take that pleasure for myself, personally. That, and it helps me control my stream when I can, you know, be like, hey, this person's allowed in, this person's not. You know, when I'm the one doing it, personally. Let's see. My channel is strict, yeah, but to a different manner. Bad trolling, yeah. Bad trolling gets banned instantly in my channel, pretty much. Let's see. I'm losing track of the questions. If you guys got any questions for now, like, unfortunately, I'm losing track of the chat, and just use the Q&A, and we'll touch up on it later as we get to the Q&A. So, who wants to hit us off with the next topic? Stephanie?
I'd just like to add something. I know,
Sure.
Oh, what is his name? Infinek?
Mm-hmm.
Infinek was asking how we go about adding more mods as the stream grows, and I basically just look for people in the chat who've been there, and I don't add mods unless I need them, and if a person doesn't come around for a long time or isn't active or isn't actually in there modding, unless it's like my boyfriend because he never mods, and then I remove them. I just remove them. I add new people. That's how I go about it.
Fair enough. Yeah, like, just get rid of useless mods and then mod more, yeah. Like, yeah, I really, you know, I actually had to get rid of a useless mod. Like, she was a really nice person. Would talk around spoilers, and it would drive me nuts. So I'm like, you had one job, please, like, you know, like you, like I'm pretty strict no backseat gaming and no spoiler channel, and then people like then she was like talking around spoilers, and I was just like, yeah, this isn't gonna work, you know, and I had to be polite, and I had to message her. I was like, look, nothing personal. Let's just It wasn't me. It was you. Wait, that's not a good way to break up with somebody. It was it was the other way around. That one. Anyways, you know, I felt so bad. Like, did you feel any remorse, like, or like felt guilty for unmodding people at any point? I'm just kind of curious, because like I felt like I never wanted to unmod people. Like, when I mod people, it was one of those things. I'm like, I don't want to let you down. I know you have the status on my channel, and then I'm gonna take it away. I'm like, you know.
I think it comes down to. I think it comes down to, if they're not doing their job, then why are they mod? I mean, granted, you know, it is kind of a volunteer thing. We're not paying mods, and most people ask the person if they want to be mod before they actually mod them, and they accept that position. And if they decide not to do that, then they don't deserve that power that they have in chat. And I do think it is about being responsible. If you want to keep that mod or that mod status, and you know, then you need to keep it up. And if your viewer is kind of hinged around, well, I'm going to stay if I'm a mod, and if I'm not a mod, then I'm going to leave, then I don't think that's the kind of person that you need in your community.
Everybody loves the Doge.
She was crying.
It's cool.
No, she's not.
We got 4 guests on the podcast today.
She's also a woman. It's still all female.
God damn it. Anyways, so Stephanie, do you have a second topic you'd like to discuss with us? Sorry.
We'd already covered it.
Oh, we already covered it already.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. So,
We're having a good conversation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Eryn, did you have any other topics you'd like to bring up? Just want to make sure everybody gets their fair chance.
Sorry.
If something pops in my head, I will definitely say.
But anyways, continue, Eryn. I'm sorry about the distractions.
No, it's good. I did have one, but I completely forgot it, so I feel kind of bad.
Yeah, you know what, guys, I guess we'll just, like, leave it at here, and we'll call it a day. No, well, we won't call it a day. We're actually gonna go on break real quick. But before we go on break, guys, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing some shout-outs to casters we feel you guys should follow. And let's see, who wants to kick us off? I'm gonna pick you, Eryn. Tell us about a caster you want us to follow. Drop their link in the channel if you got a chance. Drop their link as many times as you want. Spam it if you will. And tell us who they are, what they're about, what have they been up to. Give us a breakdown on who they are and why we should follow them.
That's a lot. I wasn't prepared for this.
Sorry. Gonna put you on the spot.
I am actually going to plug my boyfriend. I feel a little generic and whatever. I don't care. But he's an amazing caster. I absolutely. The funny thing is we always tell people that before we started dating, we actually were we enjoyed each other's casts, and he is a caster that I've always enjoyed, even before we started dating, even before we started talking. He's a lot of fun. he's really his kind of catchphrase is he's the salty Brit. He is quite intense. I do have to warn people every time I send people from my channel to his channel that he is a lot more intense than I am, and he will call you out on your bullshit. But it's a fantastic community that he runs. It's a fantastic stream. I absolutely love being there and love having the conversations that I do with his community. And he runs an absolutely wonderful cast. So if you haven't checked him out, you should.
Awesome. I am actually sub to Pew Gemini Live. Harry, he's awesome. I really enjoy his cast. Highly recommend. So let's see. We're going to swap over to Miss Stephanie. Tell us about a channel we should follow, and why we should follow them, and what are they about, and give us a breakdown on them, and feel free to drop their links as many times as you want in chat.
Okay. What's hard is the fact that I've been checking out 3 different channels here recently.
Pick one.
Just pick one?
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
Sorry.
I will just plug Rozokin's stream. I was actually able to meet him at MagFest. He's in here right now, and he's been streaming a lot of Pokemon. He's a partnered streamer, and he's been playing a lot of Pokemon. While I don't really like Pokemon a lot, I really enjoy him as a person, and he's very upbeat and has a lot of energy. You should go check him out.
Alright, will do. He's actually hosting one of my favorite casters right now, so I know he's got good taste in streamers. He's hosting Mr. Samsonite D, so I will check him out when I get a chance. Let's see, and thank you for being here tonight, man. And let's see, last but not least, we're going to move on to Miss Sapphire White. Feel free to unmute your mic now that you have the dog out, or now that it's your turn. And tell us about his channel that you would like us to follow, like us to check out. And what are they about? Who are they, and what are they doing?
Okay, am I unmuted?
Yes, you are muted.
I just have really bad luck with technical stuff, so I just
You're
wanted to
good.
make sure. Okay.
I
So the
wouldn't let
person
you do
that I'm
that.
plugging has been in basically every single one of my streams. He has been very supportive of everything. He's a mod in my channel, and he is also a streamer. And he is currently playing Star Wars Lego, the Lego Star Wars game, and he recently just finished the Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, the Legend of Zelda series, and that is Mr. D3XXXX. He is one of the best mods. He's really nice, and let me just plug him really fast.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I actually followed D3. I actually plugged him one time on my podcast here. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so give him a follow. He is so nice. He's very interactive with the chat. And so just give him a follow and catch his streams. And he makes awesome layouts. He makes the best layouts, by the way. Just his Lego layout is Legos, and it's so cool. You just gotta
Legos? I haven't been to his channel in a while, but yeah, I will check it out. I feel like he's always streaming when I'm like, well, working. Shit, everybody's streaming while I'm working. That sucks.
Yeah, he lives in Sweden, so he has kind of a crazy schedule compared to people in the United States. But if you can catch a stream, you definitely should, because he's awesome. He's way cool.
All right, and let's see. Thank you, guys, for the follow. And let's see. Last but not least, myself. Let's see. I will be plugging another guy who does a podcast. I feel kind of guilty because I plugged this guy last week, but I'm going to be on his podcast on Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, whatever have you. I'm sure you can figure that out. I think it's and that's going to be Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. Mr. That Mustachio, he's going to be helping my stream. He's basically, his podcast is Stream Up, and he does it with Official Daikon every Thursday, and he helps casters upgrade their mic, update their hardware, update their layouts, update all their production quality to the stream. So if you're interested in starting streaming, it's really interesting stuff. If you are still, like, if you're a serious streamer, it's still interesting, like, it's still good to know all this stuff as far as lighting goes, as far as layouts goes, as far as design goes, as far as, audio goes. He's really big on audio. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. And guys, do check him out. I will be on his podcast Thursday. Alright, but other than that, guys, we are going to take a 5-10 minute break. Please do feel free to check out those channels, drop them a follow, and, show them some love. That's what this podcast is all about, is showing other people's love. On top of that, if you guys could take your time out of your day to follow Verlomi, Sapphire White, and Ted's Nerzom, which I'm going to butcher one more time, sorry. Which, if you could take your time to follow Stephanie, Michelle, and Eryn, that would be greatly appreciated. On the side note, we are going to be hitting Q&A up in 1 sec. If you guys could drop in all your questions you have for the chat, or have for us on stream, any questions you have, feel free to toss them in there. We will answer them as best as we can. And guys, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. And for those of you on call, feel free to mute your mic, hide your camera, do whatever you want. Or you can feel free to have your mic unmuted and talk to chat. It's entirely up to you. But
I'm always talking to chat.
I don't know if they want to talk to you.
It doesn't. Oh, maybe my people in here.
Let's see. Give me 1 sec, guys, and I will hook you up with the questions list. I haven't actually looked at it yet.
I see you there, Nick.
Let's see.
I think I'm actually converting to the coffee crew, but that's just me personally.
Alright, let's see. Alright guys, in the Zoom call, I will be linking you the...
Okay.
There is the Google Docs form that has all the questions on there. Thank you, Bobber Tra.
Next level.
Thank you for the follow. And guys, once again, I silenced my notifications. Sorry if I miss any follows or donations or anything, or hosts or anything of the sort. I want to take the time out of my day to thank you all 30 channels for your host. You guys are nuts. I love you all. Thank you, Fip, I believe is how you pronounce that. Fip me. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. I was not expecting that at all. I just followed you today, and I am like, what is he doing here? I feel put on the spot now. But no, thank you so much, dude. I will try to get back to you when I can. That was a massive raid. A massive host as well. Let's see. Oh, also, you might need to refresh the Google Docs form. It'll take a little.
I thought it usually updated automatically with Google Docs.
It takes a little bit for everybody else to get what I see.
Okay.
Apparently, from what I understand. But guys, feel free to submit as many questions as you possibly have. Submit as many questions. You can load up 10 questions in there, as many as you want.
The question is, do I pronounce your name correctly? The Borzoi.
God. No, nobody will ever get your name right. I swear to God. Change your username to benefit my needs of pronouncing things.
Sorry, that's just the one that popped out at me for some reason.
Dude, he was making fun of me so hard because he's like, will you ever pronounce my name right? I'm like, no. Next question. Like, that was the question on last week's podcast.
I've asked him if I'm saying it right, he never answers me.
Borzoi is how he told me. Borzoi.
Okay, then yeah, I'm good.
Thank you, Next Level Dirt, for the follow. I will be announcing follows when I can, but I don't want to interrupt people. So, on break, totally cool with announcing follows. Oh. But yeah, feel free to fill out your questions here, and feel free to follow everybody here. Guys, they would not be on my podcast if I didn't think they were excellent streamers. So please, take your time out of your day to drop them a follow. Be greatly appreciated. It would keep this podcast going, it would support this podcast and what it does, and support a community, growth and helping, like me, I come onto Twitch to help out other people. And I feel like it's a good feeling for me that if I can help out other people and help everybody else get exposure, and the more people recommend on this podcast, the more people I can find, and the more people I can get on, and we'll keep this thing rolling as long as I can, until everybody hates me, obviously, and then hopefully that'll be like 50 episodes from now, hopefully. I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if people hate me now.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't hate you.
Aww.
I hate you. I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
shit. Why you gotta be like that?
I'm just kidding, Jesse.
Did you really just mirror me?
Yeah.
What the
Yep.
Yeah, no, I put my tattoo up to my face. I said, meow.
You're such an... You have a mustache tattoo on your finger?
No, look.
It's a little kitty cat.
It's a kitty cat. Meow.
Go get my Nekomimi ears. Those things are
Just-
so uncomfortable to wear.
I don't even...
You don't even know what that is.
At least it's not a mustache tattoo. I would have been upset with that, I guess.
No, I think those are not that cool, no offense. I mean, you do you, but I personally wouldn't have a mustache on my finger.
Yes. Yes. So.
Hate is a harsh word.
Oh man, what's going on? Okay, so... You want to know what's going on? You know what, Sapphire? Do the thing real quick. I'm going to swap the camera to you. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
That is what I'm witnessing right now. Her.
Meow. Meow.
Alright, we're going to swap back to the break. This is the shit I'm dealing with.
I don't know why you deal with my shit.
I don't know. You're somewhat entertaining, I guess.
A Siggy tat.
Have you been in my stream before, Doomy, where I'm like pointing at my mice and I'm like, sniff my finger!
What? No? What?
You don't know I have mice?
I've never seen you do that with your mice though. Like I've seen your mice.
I've gotten away from it.
Like yeah, I was about to say I've seen your mice and I've seen your whole mice cage and all that, but I've never like caught that part apparently.
No,
Apparently,
I don't
I'm
do it
missing
quite as
out.
much anymore, but I used to like point at the cage and while they're there and like try to get them to come sniff my finger.
Sniff my finger. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Oh my god. So, we are all back. Are we all ready? Alright, and just so you know, we got the link for the podcast questions in there. Let's see. I almost forgot to take out last week's, so it should be updated now. Let's see. We are going to be moving back. So, guys, we're on to the Q&A portion of our podcast. And let's see. I love this question. I think it was left over from last week, though. So I will move on to...
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. Like, Vash asked one last time, and he was like, is anyone planning to do a joke stream for the first tomorrow? And I was like, oh, haha, real funny, April Fools.
Yeah.
Like, it was a troll question about April Fools, but then I was like, oh, it's an old one.
I totally forgot to clear it out today. I was like, man, I redesigned my podcast and everything, and then I forgot to clear out the questions from last week. I'm like, shit, I'm so dumb. But anyways, you know what? I'm scared to ask this question, but let's start with it. Who likes Minecraft? I don't. The end.
I haven't really tried it.
Yeah, I've never played it.
I never played it. I'm scared of how addicted I will get to it, personally.
I'm kind of afraid of the community that it's gonna draw.
That too.
Yeah,
That's a very valid point.
Fun fact. I started off as a Minecraft only streamer. I did that for about a year. It was absolutely terrible. I think one of the main things that drove me away was I got really bored really fast. I think it's good for a little while, but other than that, it's not that great. And the other thing is the community is full of children, and
Yeah.
so that doesn't really promote a good mature stream.
It really doesn't.
Yeah, definitely. Sapphire, do you like Minecraft?
I've actually never played it, but one of my favorite streamers streams that all the time, and she does pixel art, and I think that's so cool. And she's kind of a more bigger channel, and so she has her viewers, and they help her go in and make pixel art with her, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I think that aspect is fun. I don't know anything else about it, like fighting monsters, like, I don't know. But the pixel art, at least, like, I would buy it just for the pixel art.
Word.
I think it's fun.
Alright, let's see. Gary Faceman asked, what is your biggest pet peeve broadcasting? I.e., things people do. Well, let's see.
Spoilers?
This... alright, spoilers is yours. Is there any other ones?
Just people who come in and they're like boobs. Just the trolls who just come in there like boobs. Oh god, I'm fapping you. I'm like, I don't really care if you are. Shut the fuck up.
Word.
Yeah, that's...
Word.
I agree with spoilers. My on my title of stream, I always put blind no matter what. Just because I don't like being told what to do. You know, I want to.
That brings them in. They're like, oh, it's blind? Let me ruin it for you.
Yeah. Well, I've had people jokingly come and be like, she can't see. How is she playing the game? And it's like, you
are unoriginal. Yeah,
Really?
I've
never had that.
I've gotten out of my way to like put no helping, no spoilers, just plain and simple. Because there's people like I've had also people be like, oh, what the hell is blind? I'm like, are you serious right now?
Well, I've got a command for it that anyone can type in, and I think it just gets really annoying, especially when someone is purged, and then they start arguing. Well, why was I purged? Why was I purged? That was a spoiler, and it's just like you do realize that you got purged because you did something you weren't supposed to do. So just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine. This. It absolutely drives me nuts. I don't know if it drives you guys nuts, but is when people tell me how to run my cast. In any way, shape, or form. Or, better yet, I'll unfollow if you don't do this. Yeah.
I actually think that goes above spoiling for me.
Yeah.
Actually, and then you look at their profiles and they don't even have any like followers. They're not even streaming.
Yeah, no, those people will get instantly banned. I will show them the way out, like, instantly. I have no patience for that. That is my number one rule. Even though I have 4 number 1 rules, don't question that.
It's confusing.
I know, right?
I think another thing that's annoying that I just kind of remembered. I really honestly hate when I just lost it. Oh my god.
You just lost your train of thought.
It's gone.
It's cool. No worries. But yeah, no, backseat casting, exactly what Gary Faceman just said, is it's got to be the worst thing. Is if somebody, like, not only, like, I understand people at a certain degree telling you, like, wanting to help you play a game. I understand that, wanting to help play a game that you're struggling with, but when people start telling you how to do your thing that you're going out of your way and enjoying, I think they can go fuck right off. Like, you just have fun your own way. Like people are telling you how to have fun, basically. That's how I take my streaming. That's how I take my cast, is I'm having fun with people. And when people tell me how to do that, well, I tell them, well, I don't tell them anything. I just get rid of them. Really.
I just remembered. I really hate it when people come in and say, "I just finished my cast," or "I'm going to go stream on my cast." I mean, it really gets under my skin when people decide that they want to talk about their stream when I have no idea who they are. I have certain people that have come in and, you know, I've asked, "Oh, how's your stream going?" or how have you been?" or they've kind of talked about, "Oh, well, you know, this just happened this happened in my stream," and kind of make it relatable. But when people just come in and drop in, "Oh, I'm a streamer," I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I know, it's like just that self-promotion, and I feel a lot of people do that when they're first starting out streaming. I remember when I first started streaming, I used to do that, and I look back now and I'm like, I was such a rude person. But I've learned.
Like, I feel like even when I first started out, I did that, like, within a community that knew me, like, and that I was growing with, but yeah, like, I would slap the shit out of me if, but, like, I would slap the shit out of my past self for doing that. Yeah, that self-promotion shit. It's, like, indirect, too. You're not even meaning it. You're just like, "Oh, hey, I just got done casting," or, "Hey, I'm gonna go do my own streams." Like, you know, just little things like that. Just go about your business without, you know that. Letting us know.
I think the other thing, kind of on top of that, is when people say, "Oh, I want to stream," or "I plan on streaming when this happens," or anything like that. Like, if it's someone who I support, like if it's one of my mods that I know, I have a mod who says I plan on starting to stream. I'm like, great, you're a mod of mine. I already approve of you. You're great. But when somebody random just starts talking, "I want to start streaming one day," I'm just like, everybody and their dog wants to start streaming. I don't. Yeah, I just do it and don't tell me about it.
Michelle,
or people who come into your stream and ask for tech support while you're streaming.
That's pretty bad as well.
I don't think I mind that as much because I like helping people, but yeah, I totally understand how that can get really annoying. Like, when they're asking a lot of questions, and I get to the point I'm just like, "Can you just message me?" Like,
yeah, there's a time and a place for things, and while I'm streaming is not the place.
Yeah, please just, like, message me. I'll help you out all day, you know. And I guess another thing would be, like, this is not so much like a big, "Oh, well, I'll insta-ban you" or anything, but I hate when people bring their problems from, like, from another caster, especially, it's a really big problem if it's another caster I know, like, "Oh, I just got banned in so-and-so's chat, can you unban me?" I've seen people do this, and it drives me absolutely nuts. That is one, as well as I've seen, like, on top of that, I understand if people are having a bad day, but personally, I don't like to hear about it. Basically, just read my rules. You'll find out all my pet peeves down there, and all the things I'm not a big fan of. I don't know, like, I'm trying to present a positive feel and energy for my chat, and I, like, you know, I go sometimes I go out of my way. I'm just like, hey, I'm having, sometimes I may have a bad day, but when I'm on stream, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a good time, and I don't need people coming in there and bogging me down, like that. And I want people to, do the same as I do when, put that stuff behind. That's one of my things. It's not something I can necessarily ban on. I understand people have bad days and good days and all that, but it's please, I'm willing to hear you out after the stream and talk to you, messages, Skype, whatever. But yes, that's the one. Thank you for copying pasta, CRF Stew. Don't be a buzzkill. Nobody likes a buzzkill. Nobody wants to talk to that guy at the party. And that's what my stream should be. It should be a party.
I do think that the people that do come in with, oh, my girlfriend just broke up with me, or, oh, this just happened, and it's all kind of sad. It does kind of kill the vibe of the community that you've created that stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you don't even know if they're just coming in to get attention, just to troll, too. I've had people come in and say they're gonna die or whatever. I had this one guy who, sent me a PM acting as his brother, who said he died, but he's all over Twitch still. Why would you use your dead brother's account?
I had someone, oh my goodness, it was terrible.
Jesus.
I had this girl who was, she broke her leg 1 week. The next week she was recovered. The next week she found out she had a problem with her heart and had to have open heart surgery. 2 weeks after that she found out she had cancer, and she lost all her hair a week after that. And I explained, look, my dad's had cancer, so it doesn't happen that fast. And then 2 weeks after that, her hair was already growing back all luscious and beautiful. And I was like, oh, okay, this is ridiculous.
I want to know her secrets. Fast growing hair in a week.
God damn it.
Give me her Twitch.
Michelle, please. No, but you eventually had to ban that person, I'm assuming, or just had to tell them
That was when I played Minecraft, and when I moved on and became a more mature cast, they kind of just fizzled out, because I think they were in their teenage years of wanting all the attention and realized that my mature cast wasn't for them anymore. So haven't seen them around since.
God, I would punch my teenage self now that I think about it.
I would too. I would punch your teenage self.
Look, so CRF Stew asks, what kind of jokes do you get offended by in your chat? And is there a line that people can joke about? Holocaust jokes, racist jokes, mental illness? I'm gonna say I don't deal with any of those. Holocaust jokes, racist jokes, Jew jokes, mental illness jokes. Unfortunately, I will say I have the thing in my lingo to say, hey, this is retarded, but it's not being derogatory towards, people with mental illness, and I don't want people to get that, misconception. And I know people are like, oh my god, that's so derogatory, but I don't know. I feel like there's a context behind that, compared to actually calling, somebody retarded or anything like that. But anyways, enough of my defense and covering my own ass. I don't deal with racism, sexist, or Holocaust or Jew jokes, and serious jokes against mental illness. I will say that I have played South Park, and it was hard to avoid all of those. God damn it. That fucking game. So, what do you guys deal with anything, or do you have no bullshit tolerance, or?
I know I've actually reworked myself to where I don't say retarded. It's really hard sometimes. I try to say things are lame instead of retarded, because there's so many people that take so many things out of context. You just have to cover your ass. And it's the same with the offensive jokes. I give each person one, but if they keep doing it, I'm like, you're gonna have to stop that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with just jokes like that. It's not comfortable letting that slide for me. I think there is a certain line that people can cross, and I mean, it's not about being overly sensitive to people who might be in chat who might have had a bad experience or anything like that, but I think it's just kind of common decency, really. You don't know people's experiences, and you don't know people's backgrounds, so you don't know what people are going to get offended by. Granted, if you're going to be someone who's offensive, that humor is accepted in some places. There are people who base their comedy routines off of humor like that, and that is fine in that situation, but you have to make it clear that you know that's your thing, but you're not trying to be extremely offensive.
Yeah, like, you know, it's funny because, like, somebody just mentioned, oh, or, it's funny, Stephanie mentioned in chat, oh, that's so gay. I just realized that it was you typing in chat.
I didn't want to interrupt.
I will say, I don't say that's so gay or anything, but I know there's people who are overly, I don't know, cautious about, like, I know people who've, like, said the gay in chat, and they get purged because it was, you know, considered homophobic. I don't feel like the word gay itself is homophobic. I don't know. Like, it's so weird how we all have different preferences on things. Oh, the biggest thing, actually, is I have no tolerance on rape jokes. Rape is a real thing that really happens.
I actually have that word banned.
Yeah, like, I have that word banned too, but, like, if people make that joke or, you know, really, like, I don't know, like, it's a real thing that really happens that people don't acknowledge, and I hate how, like, you know, like, I even, that's one of the things, you know, Stephanie, you were talking about, like, one of the things you had to work on. I used to say that, like, before I got on Twitch, like, it was like, oh man, I totally got raped in that game, or something stupid. Like, I had to get away from that, and honestly, I feel like a better person for it, because I hate saying it now, personally.
I try to say wrecked instead.
Yeah,
Wrecked.
definitely wrecked. Like, but, you know, like, if you can, try to find other words to use. But, you know, just rape's a big no-no. Like, that's such a real thing.
I just think there are certain words that do have certain connotations. I mean, I have had people argue with my mods in my chat about having someone be banned for saying a certain word. And it's just, I think you have to realize that, again, you don't know everyone's experiences. There are things that could be offensive to other people, you know, unless that's how you set up your stream to be, you know, you really have to draw a line somewhere.
Definitely. Let's see. Dune Meta ask, what game genre do each of you find most relaxing to play? I don't know. I personally will say I love platformers. However, some of the ones I play, like Bashi, not so relaxing. So, like, do you guys have a game you, like, kick back to, chill out to, or a game genre you prefer over?
I don't know. I don't think that I really play many relaxing games. I mean, every game I play pisses me off because I suck at it. Except Mario Kart. I'm good at Mario Kart. An official Daikon can testify that I'm good at Mario Kart.
Glad you're good at something. What about you, Eryn? Do you have anything you relax to? I know you used to play Minecraft, but obviously you can't go back to that, so.
No, a lot of the time after my stream, I used to play MMOs.
Ooh.
I was really into Final Fantasy XIV for a little while. I think, like, if I'm going through a rough patch in my life, I haven't done this in a while, because obviously I just got done playing Zelda, but I would go back and play a Zelda game. And Animal Crossing is kind of my go-to game right now. After my stream, I'm done. I want to go play Animal Crossing.
Word. What about you, Stephanie?
The game I like to play to relax isn't really relaxing either. I end up like yelling at it. But I play Banished or like Pharaoh. But I don't usually stream them because they're so slow that people just don't even want to watch them anyways. So like on stream, I don't really know if I play any relaxing games. I mean, RPG games aren't really relaxing. They're like, oh, you're just going around running in a circle, grinding, so you can gain level, so you can get to the next area.
Word. Alright, let's see. Have you ever met any of your viewers in person, asked by Sudafed?
Yes.
Yes, you have?
Yes, and if you would like to meet me or get together, we are going to MagFest in February of next year, so
Word.
come to my chat for more information.
I really want to, but I never had the opportunity to, as far as convention goes, money-wise and whatnot. I'd like to go to PAX Prime.
I actually met one of my mods at Eurogamer Res this past month. And that was a lot of fun to be able to meet up with him and you know, just kind of meet face to face. But I do want to be able to meet up with more people. I'd like to be able to go to Prime and all that stuff and be able to meet people face to face and be able to relate to people on that level.
I'll be going to TwitchCon.
I'm jealous.
A lot of money.
What about you, Sapphire? Have you met anybody?
No. I don't have very many viewers. I haven't met anybody. I haven't been to any conventions or anything. Although, strangely enough, I was in somebody else's channel, and I live in Vegas. And I was in somebody else's channel, and they were like, oh, I live in Vegas. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, I do too. And they told me their neighborhood, and I was like, that's crazy, I live like 5 minutes away from you. So, yeah.
And you didn't meet them?
No, I don't even remember their username. It was just like, that was really the only interaction we had was, hey, I live here. And I was like, oh my god, I live like 5 minutes away from you. And then the relationship was over, so.
I think one of the fun things is being able to have a Twitch shirt. When I lived in Houston, I got a couple comments on me wearing Twitch shirts and people being like, so why are you wearing that? And I'm like, well, I'm partner broadcaster, so what does that tell you?
Word. I will say that I have not met anybody, but as much as I'm actually in the process of forming a gamer house and moving across the states and whatnot to Virginia to make that happen. So I will say I will meet some of them soon, and hopefully I'll be able to have an extra bedroom where somebody can crash and we can party and drink a lot of whiskey. It'll be good times. Also, I guess we'll play games too, but I personally like the whiskey. Let's see.
Alcohol's always good.
That liquid courage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Pew Gemini Live ask, how do you, as female broadcasters, deal with large donations of people flirting with you? I know of a few. I know that is a frequent norm on Twitch. Women donated large sums of money for the sake of getting away with the comments and otherwise being wrong in some female chats. Like, you know, yeah, it's kind of hard to comment on somebody who donates and supports your stream monetarily, even when they're
I can take this. Because, oh my god, I had this dude donate $1,000, and then he, like, added me on Steam, and he wanted me to send him dirty photos, and I was like, no. Not happening. I'm like, if this was what you wanted for your money, you should have, like, said something before, and I would have turned you down. Then you'd still have your $1,000.
Yeah.
I've only had one person, like, donate something to me and then say something, like, about me, like, oh my god, you're so hot, or something like that. And all I said was, thank you so much for your donation. Like, I usually read out the donation message, but I just said, thanks for your donation, and just left it at that and made no other comments.
Word. So, like, with that $1,000 donation, did you wait for it to clear? Did you refund it? Or how did that work? Like,
I didn't refund it. If he wanted it back, he should have said something.
Yeah, like, I'm just curious, you know, like, because I know.
But then this same guy came back like months later and wanted to pay me $500 a week to be his bitch. I'm like, no, I banned him.
I would be like, all right, I'll be your bitch, and then just be a
God
bitch.
damn.
Get paid for it.
Oh no, he wanted Skype.
That's
He wanted me to, like, work
insane.
on Skype. Wanted me to like send him my underwear. I was like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Oh, that's really creepy.
My
was.
God, people are so weird.
I did have actually one guy who he donated a lot of money to me, a lot of money and a lot of games to me. And he at the time I was in a different relationship, and I had broken off that relationship, and he actually expected, because he had donated so much money to me, he expected that I was going to somehow get with him. And I don't understand where it came from or anything like that. And so I told him off. I said, look, you have somehow fallen in love with this persona of me that's on my cast. It's not really me. It's kind of an exaggerated version of me. And for some reason you think that we're going to end up dating, and that's just not going to happen at all. And he got really angry because I had actually started dating P Gemini Live. So he left, and that was the end of that.
Well, that's one way to solve that. But yeah, no, like, the reason why I was asking is because, correct me if I'm wrong, but donations, one, they can refund it after, so they can refund it like before 3 months. So I know there's some people who like let it clear for 3 months before they use it or anything like that. Have you had any situations where you're not sure about a donation, you could let it just sit there just in case it gets refunded or anything, or not, or are you guys aware?
Chargebacks or whatever. I've had chargebacks. The biggest one was $100, and I've never won one. That's not true. I won one. It was for $40, and it was like after they already said that I needed to like give it back, but then like a couple months later, all of a sudden I have $40 more in my PayPal. I'm like, what? And somehow they actually found that the guy had used his credit card to actually do it. And another case, the $100 case, I actually had logs, Twitch alerts, records that he knowingly used his credit card to do all of this, and I still didn't win. So
Wow.
Gotcha. That sucks. Let's see. I'm gonna answer this one real quick. Dr. J Lad asked, "How does Jesse drink alcohol this whole time without having to get up and use the bathroom?" As you, I didn't get up during the break, and for the record, I think a lot of it just stores in my mustache, and I save it for later. Tasty. Don't make that weird, guys. Anyways.
It's a little weird.
It's a little... Sorry. I'm not apologizing. Anyways. Vash asked, Jesse, you forgot the dress again. I don't have a dress. I'm sorry.
I can lend you one.
No. I was about to say, no, that is not saying you should lend me one.
I've got plenty.
But just
it's
saying,
not a problem, Jesse.
But just saying, I'd rock the hell out of it.
We'll see.
Okay. Anyways, enough of the troll questions. Let's see. Alex 5485 asks, for a first stream, what kind of equipment should you have? Honestly, I want to say stream with whatever equipment you have. Like, just try it out. Don't invest too much until you know you'll love it and you'll be doing it for a long time. That's one of the things I wish I could recommend myself. I mean, regardless if your equipment can't cut it now, I guess you do have to upgrade, and I'm not the biggest technical person personally. Does anybody have, help for Alex? Any suggestions?
I always say it's not about the equipment. It's about how you conduct your stream. You don't have to have the best equipment. You don't have to have the best microphone. You don't have to have the best camera. I mean, I'm streaming off the camera that I've had forever, and it's a shitty camera, and I should probably get it replaced. And I started off using my webcam mic. And I think it's really just kind of about using what you have available and then eventually making it better. Because honestly, you can have the best equipment that money could buy, but you could be the worst streamer ever. You could hold no community, no viewers, and be not entertaining at all, and no one will care that you've spent so much money on that equipment.
This is a good question for me. Sorry. This is a good question for me because I stream from a laptop from 2011, and I use this headset that my dog has chewed the fuck out of, and it's terrible. And like my lighting is my lamp with my lampshade taken off, but so, you know, the technical, I mean, it's nice, but it shouldn't stop you from streaming. You know, it'd be nicer to have better equipment, and you know, as you get streaming more, you can decide, you know, what you want to buy and if you want to spend that much money on streaming equipment. So I'd say just start off with what you have now, and then, you know, later you can get better equipment.
A lot of people who are new to streaming don't realize that your internet is like one of the main factors that can hold you back. I know Jason Loves Coffee is another person I watch, and he just moved to a new area and he can't get business class internet, so he's limited. He can't even play multiplayer games anymore until he works out that situation. And like my first streams were like at 0.5 megabit per second of upload. It was terrible. And so it's like, it depends on if you're wanting to stream multiplayer games or anything like that. I started off playing, like, emulating Super NES games just because that's what I could do with the equipment I had.
Yeah, definitely. Like, start off with what you got if you can, and then invest slowly but surely. But yeah, definitely internet is one of the biggest things for sure. But, you know, streaming's definitely not for everybody, and, you know, if you know, you want to be like a seriously like big time broadcaster, it's one of those things you slowly work yourself into. Don't go in expecting to be, oh hey, it's gonna be fun. I know such and such does it, such and such does it. It may not be fun for you.
Right. It varies so much per person.
Well, and Gary Faceman did say, you know, at a point it is a good idea to upgrade your microphone and stuff. Me saying that I started off using my webcam mic, you know, that's what I had available, and when I had the money, I did upgrade, and I used a headset. But I mean, now I've got an actual microphone that I use. But at the end of the day, it's if you want to stream with what you have available to you,
yeah.
and then invest, because you don't know if your stream is going to do well or not.
Yeah, I will say that I didn't, like, it's odd because I feel like I went into it and thinking I was going to stream or do YouTube at least at the time. With that said, I had been out of a computer for about 2 years before I started streaming a year ago, and I at least wanted a gaming PC for my next computer. I'd never had a real gaming PC, so that when I went with a gaming PC, it was capable of streaming as well. So it's one of those things that just kind of worked out. I had a nice webcam, but a horrible mic on it, and so it's like as I slowly started streaming more, I slowly started investing in more like a capture card and microphone and things like that, because I was like, man, this is really fun. This is really what I enjoy to do. This is one of my passions. Another thing I will say, I hate to really plug him again, but that Mustachio, if you can check out his link and check out his channel, drop him a follow one more time. He's gonna be on his podcast Thursday. Mostly I'm plugging it because of he's very technical on the hardware aspects of Twitch and streaming and gaming. as far as audio and camera quality if you're really interested, but I will highly recommend just start with what you got and see if you enjoy it, and at least just do that, just step by step, really ease into it. Don't drop thousands of dollars into it expecting anything back, honestly. I definitely haven't earned it back. Oh, let's see. Dragon Valus asks, female streamers, have you had instances during your streaming session when you're done streaming and wanted to quit because of the insults? Right, like, has anybody had that issue before?
I guess the only time I really had that was like in the first year that I was streaming. I was playing WoW, and I would just get followed around in the game and killed over and over again. And then I got 4chan troll rated, and I was like fairly new to streaming, so I hadn't built up that thick skin yet. And I was just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, the only time that I really wanted to quit streaming was when I had a troll raid and all the people came in, oh, show your boobs, show your tits, and they also had the raid message of drink milk. So that was spam through my chat, and I was like, I was so done.
Remember foot on head? Or not foot on head, shoe on head. People come in and just be like, Twitch.
Oh, I never got that.
You never?
No. No, I got drink milk, and I got like they wanted me to show them my feet for some reason. There was that one, but I never got shoe on the head. No.
I've never had to deal with that, so I'm not a person who can answer this question.
Yeah, I've never had. I've seen actually a male caster get the shoe on head shit. I actually kind of laughed, and then I banned everybody.
It's funny like the first time, but then when it gets posted over and over again, it loses humor.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. Shoe on head?
Let's see. Dr. J-Lad, are you serious? Seriously though, what is a blind run? Don't hate me. Oh dear God. Dr. J-Lad, please.
We hate you, don't worry.
No. I hope you're trolling, but two, I will answer both your question in chat. What is the shoe on head? 4chan would go on and raid with and they just spam, hey, put a shoe on your head or something stupid like that. I don't know. I don't remember, it's been a while, but the blind run is basically means the streamer wants no backseat gaming, no help, no spoilers, no nothing. They want to experience the game as a viewer would enjoy the game, and that's really what it's all about, is enjoying the game as a viewer would, without people helping or pestering them about the game. But let's see if anybody has any more to touch on that or wants to insult Dr. J Lad, feel free to.
I already insulted, so I'm good.
Eryn or Stephanie, you got any insults for Dr. J Lad? I feel like he deserves them.
Not really.
Alright.
I feel like he's probably trolling though. Or just messing around. Whatever.
Let's see. And y'all in the chat, or y'all on the call, Zoom call, not Skype call, feel free to call out any questions you like as well. That's... But if
I
there's...
think there was one about ban evasion.
Ooh. Feel free to ask it.
I think it was for Forsaken, actually. It was quite a ways up there.
On the whatchamacallit?
Oh, no.
The Q&A?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the Google
I don't
Docs
know if he
one.
actually ever did that. I don't know if he did.
Oh, yes. For those of you in chat, please do fill out the Google Docs. It's trying to keep us organized and whatnot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dragon Valus asks, in your opinion, do you think a green screen is a good idea to have or not? I don't know. I like a green screen personally for what I do. I don't think it's necessary. I love a camera personally for what I do, and I love a green screen for what I do, but I don't think it's necessary at all to even have a camera, or let alone a green screen. It's one of those things, the way I look at it, is a green screen doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't hurt. In fact, it takes away more from your camera, which can take up a lot of space on chat, and you could do more cool things with it. Is it necessary? No. It doesn't hurt though, as long as you do it right.
I don't think it hurts either. I think you can get away with streaming without a green screen just fine. There are plenty of streamers who do it, and there are big streamers who do it as well. They stream without a green screen, and that's just fine. But I think that's another one of those things that comes down to personal preference. Granted, don't invest in a green screen if you're just barely starting out and you really don't know if you're going to take this off or do anything like that, because they can get expensive. But personal preference.
I think you're noob if you don't have a green screen. Because I
started out without a green screen.
Same here.
Me too. Yeah.
It's one of
I'm
those.
just kidding.
It's
So
one of
I
those
was just-
things like you'll invest into when you can. Let's see. Have any of you had problems DDoSing, and if so, what have you done afterwards? Ask Infangek. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and I apologize. Infangek33. I have had problems DDoSing, and I've had to apparently disconnect my internet for an hour, and apparently my ISP didn't help and changed my, it didn't change my IP address, and I tried to talk to them. So I just left it disconnected for 24 hours and called it a day, and hopefully they did it, and they haven't bothered me much. I don't know. What about you guys?
I did. When I was playing WoW, it was actually a huge instant. I got 4chan troll rated. They found my Skype contacts. I don't know if that's why I don't use Skype or give out any information as far as that. And they found that, they DDoSed me, and then they actually got my channel taken down because I was like just raging there. And technically that was non-game related content, even though I was raging about the game.
I've never been DDoSed, so.
It's not fun.
I don't even know what that is.
It's where they basically destroy your internet. They cut off your internet. That's the long story short. I don't want to get into the technical side of it, but it's where they basically put out a link, and you click on that link, and then they can wreck your internet for whatever reason. That's how it happened to me. I know Skype is very information, just they're very open with the information and whatnot, so it's like,
Ew.
yeah.
Deleted.
And you have to worry about that through Steam now as well. I don't really want to talk about it a lot because I'm pretty sure there aren't a lot of people who know about it, but yeah.
Let's
So just
see.
be careful of who you add on Steam. Yeah, Steam.
Do you recommend... Sorry. What was the question?
Nothing. I just thought it really sucks that Steam is doing that now too.
Anything that has a voice chat.
Sucks.
Oh.
Wait, even Zoom? No, not Zoom.
I'm sure you could probably if you knew how to do it, but I mean, you have to kind of invite the people into a specific session for Zoom.
Gotcha. Let's see. Do you recommend playing small games when starting out to get more people, or playing games you enjoy whether they're oversaturated or not? Jason Loves Coffee asked this question. Personally, my recommendation is play things you love. Just get things you're familiar with, play them, enjoy them on stream, and because when you're familiar with the game and you're unfamiliar with chat, it really helps bridge the gap there. I found that when I was unfamiliar with the game and then still new to Twitch, it was a little bit harder for me to get used to streaming and whatnot. So just get play a game you've played like a million times before. Try it on stream. See if somebody enjoys it as much as you do. And like something nostalgic for you, preferably. I know I started with like Ocarina of Time, and things like that, and that was like one of my more enjoyable streams. And because I've been playing that so much, and that's still one of my favorite games of all time, and it really helped bridge the gap that I was so familiar with the game, had no idea what the hell I was doing with Twitch, or the interaction, or the, commentary, or anything like that, so,
I think you should. Sorry. I think you should definitely play what you enjoy. If you're not enjoying a game, then your chat's gonna know it, and they're not gonna want to stick around and see you not enjoying a game. So play something you'll enjoy, and if you don't enjoy it, then stop.
I never play a game that I don't enjoy in some way. I know I started off strictly playing games that I loved and always wanted to play through, because I don't know if anyone else had this problem, but before I started streaming, I had a problem finishing games. I'd play it all the way to the end, and I just wouldn't finish it. And so streaming on Twitch allowed me to do that, and then just being able to actually draw people in playing the games I liked was a big factor. And as far as like streaming them, even if they're oversaturated, not everyone wants to watch a stream that has over 100 people in it, 200 people in it. Some people like watching a stream that only has like 30 people in it, just for the interaction's sake.
Word. Let's see. Dark Cobra, I've answered this many times before, and Dark Cobra asks, what do you typically do to balance personal life with streaming? And I will say it's become where streaming has become part of my personal life. Like, I am more socially active on Twitch than anything else. And I want to say I've made more real friends on Twitch than I have in my local area. And I will say it's hard if you want to keep your friends and all that. Like, if you have a good, social life and all that. But me, I was just like growing past all of my growing past like all my friends in real life. I feel like I was either outgrowing them or just growing apart, whatever. And I've made so many friends on Twitch that I'd rather be on here anyways now. So that's what I will say. I don't know about you guys.
I don't have real life friends for the most part. I mean, at least not where I live, because I moved and I don't have like any friends here. So it doesn't apply to me, I guess.
Well,
I don't have very many friends outside of the internet. Not because that's just what I grew up with, but I mean, I do have the occasional friend, but I moved across the country for college. I'm not very good at making friends in real life. I get really socially awkward, and I can't do it. And the thing is, like, Twitch has brought me so much. It has brought me people that I absolutely love. My boyfriend and I met on Twitch, so it is kind of my life. My life revolves around Twitch.
Mine does as well. I mean, growing up, I had a hard time making friends. Like Eryn says, I'd get socially awkward, and any friendships that I did make, they either seemed to like betray me, or we just didn't get along after a while. So streaming is my life, being on Twitch is my life, and I've met so many awesome, amazing people on Twitch that I would rather spend time with them and like try to move all into a same area eventually, if that was ever possible.
I say this time and time again, and people like have the term real life friend, and personally, I'm trying to break away from that. It's not because you guys are more real. Like, shut up, Christine. Not Jesse Harmony. You guys are more real. I've met through Twitch. On the side note, Christine just posted Jesse Harmony on there. Fun fact: there's been 3 couples that have met in my chat and become couples because of my chat. Apparently.
Fun fact: I'm still waiting.
God damn it!
I lurk in your chat.
God damn it! Never gonna hook you up. I wouldn't do that to anybody. Anyways, no. But no, in all seriousness, is that the people on Twitch I've met have been more real than the people I have in quote-unquote real life. So, I don't know. That's the way I look at it. There's awesome people everywhere, online or local life. Online they're easier to find, and you can find a lot more things in common. And it's one of the easiest ways to make connections, which is why why people can make these relationships online work so much easier. In fact, I hear a lot more relationships are successful because they met online through some mean or another. Let's see. How do you feel about bringing up that you're a streamer in other people's chats? Oh yeah, we went over this earlier. Don't do it unless you really know them.
I know with me, since I'm on Twitch all of the time, it's kind of hard to talk about things that aren't streaming related, so that's part of the reason I end up just lurking half the time in streams, because I really don't do much other stuff.
I think...
I'm working on a layout or something. I'm like, for what? And I'm like...
For a thing. No, I think... Yeah. I mean, all that we've said before, I think it's appropriate to talk about your stream when it's being brought up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also appropriate to talk about your stream if you're kind of having like a stream conversation. And that does happen, you know. You talk about the equipment you use, and somebody might pipe in and say, well, I use this, you know. And there are appropriate times to talk about your stream, but don't just drop it out there.
Yeah, I would say just know who you're dealing with before you drop that. Oh, hey, I'm a broadcaster or whatever, you know. Like, you know, or at least, like, show them some support or love, like, as a broadcaster, like, maybe toss them a host or something, at least.
Yeah.
Throwing the, like, easier way in, like, I don't know, it's always one of those things, you want to be able to support that, like, if they're a really cool broadcaster, and this is how I find out if they're a really cool broadcaster or not, is that I host their channel and they freak out and they're like, "Oh, thank you for the host." I'm like, "Whoa, don't plug me, don't do it." By the way, guys, I swear to God, I hate when you guys plug me. Please don't. Drives me nuts. Oh God, now I'm just asking for shit. Anyways,
but I do think there are appropriate ways to present that you are a streamer. You know, you can present that you're a streamer through a raid. You know, a raid is a good way to show that you're a streamer. Another good way is if you want a streamer that you want to closely network with, is always send them a private message. You know, if you want advice on something, send them a private message and they might be able to get back to you on that. But other than that, don't talk about your stream in their channel while they're streaming. There are other mediums for it.
To actually, like, break that gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, definitely going out of your way and talking to them privately, or, you know, even via Twitter. Be like, you know, just tweet them, like, even supporting somebody in some means, like, hey, I want to help you out with the overlay, I want to help you out with the chat. I've done that plenty of times before, but that's because I enjoy their cast. I want to support their cast. Like one of the things I will say is be supportive of another streamer before you can expect support from another streamer, you know? It works both ways. And, you know, even then, if you're supportive of another streamer, don't expect anything in return as well. It's kind of like one of those things, like, I don't know, you definitely just tiptoe your way through sticky situations like that, but it's definitely best if things are done through a private matter, like a PM, like you said, or even if you tag them in a ridiculous photo or something. I know I like stupid gifs of my face, assholes.
I do think
I have those.
What were you gonna say,
I do think
Eryn?
that one thing on Twitch is very give and take. If you raid someone's channel, they are more likely to check out your channel, and if they do like your content, they will raid you back. it's not about anything like I'm giving my support to one streamer and that's the only streamer that's getting my support. It is very much a give and take, and viewers flow everywhere and spill over to different streams and watch multiple streams at one time. So I mean it's about supporting another streamer, and if they like you enough, they will support you back.
Definitely. Yeah, that's the way I look at it too. I mean, even there's been people who've raided me before. I have no idea who they are, and I like to, support whoever raids me. And that's just the way I am. I know there's some people who get a little alarmed. They're like, oh, hey, this person raided me and I have no idea. Me, I'm like, hey, I haven't checked them out, but go follow them, and we'll go check them out together, something like that. And, I think that's the appropriate way to do that. And I've raided, people who are like, oh, and so I never do random raids anymore for that reason, because they're sometimes they could just be taken the wrong way. But just like one of the things I would recommend is chatting in that person's chat and then maybe raiding them as well. Like, I don't know, you tiptoe your way, because there's also people think raiding. There's some people out there who think raiding a channel can be somewhat of a self-glorified promotion of the raider, and don't want that as well. And you want to just make sure they know you. Like, that's all I will say. Lessons were learned for me personally. Let's see.
There's a good question in here. From Next Level Derp, it says, what is your favorite question to be asked when you are in bed? Mine is, are you asleep? But that's just my favorite question.
I was gonna avoid that one, but
are you sleeping or are you awake? I get asked that quite a bit.
Yeah, let's go with that. Or how are you awake yet? And I'm like, no. But yeah, I'm not a morning person. Let's see. I'm trying to look at other questions I would like to ask. What is the game you had most fun streaming? And also, we're gonna do a wombo combo here with Vash281 ask, what is the game you had most fun streaming? And Golden Soldier ask, what is the game that made you rage the most? I will say mine's kind of one and the same. Castlevania was the game I've raged the most at. The original Castlevania, it was the most horrifying experience I've had in a while. But it probably created some of the best highlights where I'm literally screaming at the top of my goddamn lungs like there's no tomorrow. And yeah, so I will say that's my personal favorite, that they're one and the same. I don't know about you guys. Most fun game and most raging game. Want to take this, Stephanie?
The raging game, just the Dark Souls series in general, and I have a hard time pinpointing specific games in general. So my most enjoyable series was Metal Gear Solid. Actually, I like that entire series.
Metal Gear. Sorry, I really love that series. What about you, Eryn? Most enjoyable and most raging?
I love the Zelda series. Hands down, that is my favorite series. You ask me what my favorite game is, it's always going to be Zelda, something Zelda. However, having played all of the Zelda games, Zelda 2, I was going to say Dark Souls, but Zelda 2, I actually rage quit Zelda 2. It is that hard. It just, they don't give you anything, and it is awful. And yeah. I don't suggest it to anyone unless you really want to rage that much.
Yeah, that game, I've played it off-cast before I ever started streaming, and I don't want to play it on stream.
Yeah, I will go back. I do plan on going back and actually beating Zelda 2 sometime, but it it is stupidly hard. For those of you that don't know, Zelda 2, what happens is if you die, you have 3 lives. And if you die during those 3 lives and you're in a dungeon, then you reset at the beginning of the dungeon. If you die on the overworld, then you reset at the beginning of the overworld where you start off the entire game.
I'd be so fucked. Just say.
it is terrible. I beat the first dungeon, and then you had to like trek through all of this place to go all the way to the second dungeon, and I would be trekking to the place to get to the second dungeon more like that would take up most of my time than actually being inside the dungeon, and I was so done.
Yeah.
And if you die, if you lose all 3 of your lives, you do start all the way back at the beginning of the game as well. So.
Alright. What about you, Sapphire?
My favorite is Zelda. Obviously, I love Zelda. Ocarina of Time is my overall favorite. But the game that I rage the most at is probably Wings of V, because it is a terribly hard platform game. It's very hard. And also Link to the Past, because I really suck at A Link to the Past.
Fucking Wings of V. I've seen grown men cry to that game, and I've enjoyed all their tears. Personally.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to look at what questions would we like to ask here. Sorry. Risky Business asks, what's your opinion on game titles being thrown out every year, e.g. Call of Duty? Do you think it's an effective way to gain revenue? Personally, I'm kind of indifferent. I don't follow a lot of big series that do that. If that's your thing, do it. But me, I personally don't care about Call of Duty or anything like that. I understand they want to make money, and that's how they're gonna make money. And I don't know. I'm personally just want to say I'm not for that series. So how do you guys feel about like them pumping out games every year for a series like Call of Duty, or let's say even say Madden or sports games where they got to pump one out every year at a certain point? Do they feel like they do it too often, too annoyingly to get money or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't really have a preference, I guess. I mean, I guess it's just more games for people to play.
I don't play any of those games anyways, so...
Yeah.
Call of Duty, please.
Yeah. Let's see. I think this is gonna be like the last question for today. Oh. You cut out there for a sec. You back with us? Alright.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the last question for tonight. And then we're gonna call it here. How long does it take you to prepare for yourself for a new stream? New game, not how long it takes for Jesse to do his makeup. Look, first off, I don't wear makeup. But goddamn, I forget how to tie a tie every time. No. In all seriousness, it depends on on a new game and how seriously I'm gonna take it. Like one of the biggest things I am really kind of known for is editing my chat to my font or my chat to make it match whatever game I'm playing. I feel like it adds a little bit more immersion to my game personally. So sometimes if it's pretty straightforward, oh hey, this game has this font, and I use that and I go straight up, and I set it up like almost instantly. And then there's sometimes where the font, like I just have to find one that matches. On top of that, it also depends on the game too, whether or not it's like a full screen game, or whether or not I have to use an overlay or not. Generally, I'll use an overlay if it's a 2D platformer, and I have to find a wallpaper and title and all that. Sometimes it could take up to an hour for depending on a game at most, but for the most part, once I got that one game set up, I could just go turn on the screen and go. I don't know about you guys. I know, Eryn, I remember you were playing Limbo, and you said you took a long break because you had to set up the overlay and all that, and I don't know how long that took you, though. Because I remember I was waiting to raid you, and then it was... and you were on break, I was like,
really
damn it.
mad.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm usually not like that. I usually am somewhat prepared for my streams, so I have been known to set up my stream as I'm turning on my stream. Like, I'm like, all right, guys, we've gone through the intro music. Now let me set up my stream real quick. But in all seriousness, if I actually sit down and take the time to set up, I make an overlay. And that can take anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes if I really want things to look really nice. I do screens, start screens or end screens as well. I custom make those, and it can take a lot of time just doing all of that Photoshop work. But yeah, I'd say maybe an hour or 2 hours if I'm really
Oh, word. So about 2 hours at most, basically. I'm sorry, you cut off there at the end. Uh-oh.
My internet's freezing up too.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, there we go.
think she'll be back. Are you back?
I can't. Hi.
Okay. So last I heard, you said you could take up to like 2 hours to be able to put together an overlay, depending on the game.
Yeah, I have taken up to 2 hours to make an overlay, basically.
Word. I feel like I've taken all day to redesign this podcast overlay because of the widescreen now compared to Skype, which does the 3/4. That was a pain in the ass and a waste of my day, but whatever. I had the day off, so it was all good. Stephanie, how long does it take you to set up a stream, overlay wise or anything like that?
I don't really use game-themed overlays, so unless I'm completely changing my whole layout, it doesn't take me very long at all. But I do have like specific layouts for if I'm doing a 3DS stream of 4:3 ratio game, or just like that. I have 3 different screens. And I just recently moved away from like having a bunch of information at the top and bottom because it's just like not needed to be there. And I just I don't know why I'm so quiet. Was I always like this?
No, it honestly just started.
I don't know what's going on, honestly, because everyone's like, "Oh my God, everything's so soft," and I checked all of my stuff, and it is turned all the way up on everything. And usually I have to have my like mic volume on the system turned down to 3, or else I'm blaring everyone's ears out. So I really don't know what's going on. And but yeah, it's just a matter of screen capturing the game and putting it in there, unless I'm completely overhauling my layouts. But I wanted to have the gameplay bigger, so I cut it down to having like 1 row of information, because I mean I still want to give my subscribers and donators recognition for contributing to the stream, because without their support, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this for a living. But I also want the gameplay to be as big as possible, and without it being stretched or anything.
Word. What about you, Sapphire? Michelle? As you're showing off your damn Pokemon shirt.
Crane Fox said he doesn't realize I was wearing a Pokemon shirt. Sorry, what was the question one more time?
How long does it take you to set up your game for a stream? Pay attention.
Well, I was actually setting up earlier. When you popped in my stream. I don't know, it doesn't take me too long. I just want to make sure that everything's right and looks good. And as soon as it looks passable or kind of okay, I'm like, oh, that's good enough. So, not too long.
God damn it. Unfortunately, she's not lying.
No, I'm really not.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap it up here for tonight. We gotta end it somewhere. Guys, I'm gonna go around one more time, and let's see. You guys are gonna talk about your channels, what you've been up to, what you've been doing, and also why people should follow your channel, and you should follow their channel. Guys, one more time in chat, if you guys can drop follows to these three ladies, do me a favor, take 30 seconds out of your day to drop them a follow. They've taken 3 hours to make this podcast possible. It would mean a lot to me if you could drop them a follow. Go check them out. Go enjoy their cast. They're amazing casters. Please, let's start with Miss Michelle Sapphire White. If you could tell us what your cast is about, what you've been up to, what you've been doing, and guys, for those of you who follow Sapphire White or are going to follow Sapphire White, please drop all the hearts you got in chat and show her some love and support and thanking her for being on the stream.
So I am a fairly new streamer. I just started the end of January-ish, like end of January, probably the last day of January. And I stream from a very old laptop, so my games are very limited. But I am currently in the middle of a 3-month-long A Link to the Past blind run. And I recently started Wings of V for a blind run as well. And I got gifted a couple games that I'm excited to play, such as Outlast, which I don't know if my laptop's going to handle it. And Gods Will Be Watching. I got gifted that yesterday, I think, or today. And so I am, oh, it says my internet connection is unstable, guys. Sorry.
RIP. Oh shit. Are you back yet?
She's not moving.
She died.
Well, this is awkward. We'll move on to Eryn. Tell us, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? What have you been planning? Oh, god damn it. Hold up.
I don't know what's going on.
There we go. Let's see. What have you been doing? What have you been up to? What is your channel about, and why we should follow you, and why we should check you out, and any final
I was
words
confused
for
if
the
it was
podcast?
me or not.
Yeah, it's you, Eryn. I'm sorry.
Well, I've been playing Zelda. I just finished my timeline chronological playthrough of The Legend of Zelda, which was a lot of fun. Just being able to go through and connect the dots and lore and all that stuff. We plan on doing, hopefully, maybe Final Fantasy, all of the Final Fantasy games. However, as kind of a quick thing, I am moving back to the United States this Wednesday, actually. So in about a week.
That's my birthday! Sorry. Go ahead.
So I have to ship my computer back to the States, so I won't be streaming for about a week. So if you guys are patient with me, that would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, come tune in and we'll talk about Final Fantasy lore and go through all the Final Fantasy games or a different game maybe. I don't know. I haven't exactly planned something out. Or I think we might take it to my subs and Patreons and see what they think. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna go through a lot of series and it's gonna be fantastic. So.
Word. Alright, and last but not least, Miss Furlong. Oh shit. Apparently all my overlays are messed up because of Sapphire. So Miss Furlong, can you tell us what have you been doing, what have you been up to, what's your stream about, and what can we look forward to, and any final words for the stream?
Okay. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me on the podcast, and thank you for everyone who's followed in the chat. And I'd like to tell you that I do stream every day, and I usually start my stream at 11 to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is like in 20 minutes, so yes. And I'm playing through the Resident Evil series. I'll probably be finishing Resident Evil Revelations tonight, and I may get the first game of Silent Hill if it's available on the PlayStation Network. Either that, or I'll be playing Final Fantasy Type 0, which I'm not enjoying. That game is terrible, in my opinion. And when it's closer to September, I'll be playing through the Metal Gear Solid series again, leading into, what is it, the Phantom Pains game or whatever. So that's pretty much what I have planned for the next little while. I would really like to play through the Star Ocean series in the very near future. That would make me very happy.
Alright, word. Awesome. No, it's been a pleasure having you all on here. But all good things must come to an end. And honestly, I wasn't as attacked as nearly as much as I thought I would. So everything went well. But let's see. The last but not least part we have, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the raid. Guys, if you in chat could do me a favor, prep your raid call. Real talk, you just got raided. And for those of you on the Zoom call, if you guys could do me a favor and find us a raid victim, type out their channel, link their channel in the call, and we will pick out a raid victim. But once again, all of you, I do this podcast every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's always my pleasure to do this. This is my favorite time of the week. This is one consistent thing of my channel. I will say my regular stream's a little sporadic right now since I started working. But guys, if you can make to this podcast, it would be amazing. It would mean the world to me. You guys are always fun and enjoyable to chat with, to talk with, to real talk with. Who? Oh my god. Name drop. But guys, if you guys want to follow the channel, like I said, this is one of the only consistent things. And once again, please follow our guest, Verlomi, Sapphire White, and Ternir Zom. I said it right, thank God. Please drop them a follow. They take 3 hours out of the day to make this podcast possible. And if you could take 30 seconds out of your day to drop each and every one of them a follow, it would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Give us 1 second as we find a raid victim. Let me see who we got on call here. Let's see.
Gallifrey, thank you for the follow.
Let's see. Any other... oh. My Zoom call's not responding. My Zoom chat's not responding right now. Shit.
Do you want me to copy and paste it into Skype to you?
I see the one from Eryn.
I broke it with my link. I'm sorry.
How could
Uh-oh.
you?
Raid Walmart.
Yeah, if you... Oh my
Okay.
god, my whole Zoom is frozen.
Alright, let's see. Let me... Okay.
My whole Zoom is frozen right now. I see the one in there, and that's it. If you can you send me a PM?
Yeah.
If you can
Yeah.
send me a PM or a Skype, whichever one.
I just sent you mine and Stephanie's.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Leah. I gotta make sure that I copy and paste the raid call so I don't just drop links in somebody's channel. Okay.
Give me 1 sec, guys, as I find us a raid victim. We don't call them a raid target, we call them a raid victim here. Let's see. And we are having a little bit technical difficulties coming towards the end, thank God. Would have been awkward during the day. In fact, I think
Yeah.
my internet's having a shitter. Like, it's just having a poop.
Yeah, it's frozen. It won't show you.
My internet is having a poop. So, let's see. I would like to raid this person. The person that Eryn posted. And if you guys could jump into their channel.
Play the game.
Let me see.
If you-
Oh,
Yep.
I just lost Zoom.
If
Oh,
you
wait, there it
guys
is.
could jump into their channel, get your raid call ready. Oh, did you, let me type that to you. It's
Okay.
yeah. If,
Alright.
And for Lomi, do you have the raid call, the raid message or the raid target?
No.
No. Oh, okay. It's the one Eryn posted before our
yeah,
Zoom froze.
I'm
Okay.
going in there.
Okay. Yeah, like my Zoom is being derpy, so unfortunately I cannot communicate via it. So guys, just get your raid call ready. Once again, guys, we're going to be derp. That's not how I use the command. I will give you, once you guys are ready, let me know. We will get that going for you.
I'm ready.
Are you both in there?
Ready.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see. Here is the link, guys. Give us about 30 seconds. I'm sorry, 30 seconds to a minute after the cast goes off. Sorry for the technical difficulties we had here, but ladies and gentlemen, I would be honored if you guys could join me with this raid, and we could show some love and support to another caster. And here we go. Here's the link. Like I said, wait about 30 seconds to a minute, guy, after the cast goes off. I do appreciate every one of you who followed, and every one of you who followed every one of these ladies, and everyone who came out today. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a blast. It's been a pleasure. And I will see y'all next Tuesday for sure. Have a good night. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Goodbye!